Let's see.
Yo.
Yeah, baby, we live. I ain't do no countdown or nothing. I just said, come on, jump up in this thing.
Yeah, baby, we live.
Welcome to the KNWLDG podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Knowledge, and I got two guys here with me. One of them is your co-host. How are the people?
Hey, what's up? This your boy, Cheeto Reed, a.k.a. Natty, Mr. a.k.a. helping you look better naked, owner, operator, and the dopest artist in Charlotte when it comes down to tattoo work.
Hey, man, you did that tattoo on somebody's knee a couple weeks ago.
Hold up, brother.
And we didn't even know it was a knee.
The knee.
We didn't even know it was a knee. We thought it was like an arm.
Don't do that, man.
No.
Was it somebody with a big knee?
Well,
Yo.
no, that's not what I'm saying. Shit.
It was just a pretty knee.
Shit.
They got a pretty knee.
What I'm saying that it's a little difficult. Like, I would imagine a knee is difficult
A
to work
joint
on.
got to be different.
Because it's a joint, number one. And if you look at your knees as compared to any other part of your arm, it doesn't look like as easy to kind of get that level of... You know what? Fuck this. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, clean that
Who
shit
else we
on
got?
up.
Who else we got here? Tell the people who you are. I talked about you on the show before, but tell the people who you are, man.
So I'm the behind the scenes brother. I'm the sixth man. Relevant, aka I ain't got no AKA. Y'all know how to find me if you need me all day. But
Yeah.
I'm in here. I'm in town for the weekend. Of course, I had to come see my brothers.
He had to come through, man. He had to come
course.
through. Appreciate everything you do for us, man. We got a big year coming up next year, man. Just to give y'all an understanding, man. KNWLDG Media is expanding.
Yes, sir.
We got a couple things on the plate that we can't quite tell y'all about yet, but look for all kinds of different avenues for us to branch out, and you gonna see us. Oh yeah, we trying to get Natty his face all on Good Morning America.
I'm trying to tell you, but
And everything. They see you, boy.
see the boy.
See, I'm the one that got the face for radio.
I'm trying to tell you, boy. Look, I've been using Ambi. I've been
Hey, getting your skin
Get that
right.
skin right for that camera.
Yo,
Hey, I can't help you with Good Morning America, but you need a place to stay. I got you, my brother.
So
Indeed.
let's go and jump into the show, man. We got a lot to talk about. So this episode probably gonna be longer than some of our previous ones. And of course, we got our libation in the building.
Huh?
You know, and
Church?
Rell decided to bring some Tiger Bone in here, because you know one thing is I'm a fan of other podcasts and I like other podcasts too, but he brought that Tiger Bone in here, and the first thing I thought about was Drink Champs.
Yep.
And I was like, I don't know if I need to be drinking all that shit. That's
I'm gonna tell you right
that
now,
look
man.
depressing.
We okay because we've been drinking a little bit today, but
Excuse me, hold on. To my employer, I have not been drinking a single thing today.
tonight.
Look, man, let me tell you what you're not gonna do. Anyway, but no, we got Tiger Bone in here. We got J.R. Smith's favorite drink, because anything is possible.
That right.
Anything.
Because Rell brought some, and then you came in here with your cup.
Yeah.
And so I'm sitting here like, what am I missing about Hen Dog?
What?
I'm gonna tell you what I'm missing about Hen Dog.
Man,
Somebody
you
to go
better
home
get with
to.
some of this yak.
I want to tell you, yak.
Look, man,
Come on, man.
if I drink some yak, I'm gonna end up with another child, and I can't afford no more child support.
Hey, look, all my
You know
kids,
what?
Hennessy babies. That's why I love
You
brown
know what?
skin.
Bruh,
Brown skin. Off the
I
brown
can't even deny that statement, man.
See?
Right.
See,
Yeah,
I-
man.
yeah.
That's a
I
fact.
just pray I go straight home tonight.
Look, I
'Cause
ain't gonna lie. Hennessy make your pull-out game weak.
I'm trying to tell you, your legs weak. That's why your leg,
Yeah,
your hip
Weak.
action ain't.
It's
Yeah,
non-existent.
you gonna shoot the club up.
You think in your head, look, you be rationalizing all type of bad thoughts like, you know what?
You know what? I
We
can't
got
have another
3
baby.
days to go
Right.
get that
We
pill.
got 72 hours.
Then you realize you don't live nowhere near a drugstore.
CVS or nothing.
You like, you know what? I'm gonna pray on this.
Blame it on the Hennessy. You know what I'm saying?
Hennessy got me caught up a few times, bro.
It's a bad one.
Hey,
Good one.
man.
But you
Listen.
live and you learn.
You're right.
To go straight home.
So let's talk. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna do the worst, the best. We're gonna do the worst of the year.
Right.
Then we're gonna do the best of the year, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about hip hop, including what our top album of the year is. And we got a list. I'm just before we get started, I'm gonna give y'all the list of albums that's in the running for top hip hop album of the year. And keep in mind, 2 of these, arguably 2.5 of these, are R&B albums. Okay.
Okay.
So first we got Kendrick Lamar's "Damn."
Okay.
We got "Forever Is a Mighty Long Time" by Crit.
Okay. I
Got
can dig
that.
We got "No Dope on Sundays" by Saha.
That's a
Definitely can
must.
dig that.
Got "Layla's Wisdom" by Rhapsody,
Yes.
which is in the running to me. She North Carolina's own.
We'll
Look up.
talk about it. There's a
gonna talk
reason
about it.
behind it.
Then we got 444.
Mhm.
Got God Box, David Banner.
Mm-hmm.
We got Scissors, Control. We got T Grizzly with My Moment. You got Rick Ross, Rather You Than Me. You got Migos with Culture.
Mm-hmm.
You got Drake with More Life. Vic Mensa's The Autobiography. And Chris Brown. I don't even know the name of the album. I just called it the longest album ever.
Hey, the boy had about 76 songs.
Man, he had like 7 albums on one.
You know how many times I done drove down south from New York and tried to listen to that whole album? It's a 12-hour drive. I can't make it past. Look, it's split up in the countries. It start in the States, and then somewhere in the middle, he in the Caribbean somewhere. I can't make it past Jamaica.
I was just telling you, man. I don't know what's up with Chris Brown and like all 70 million songs he put on there. Like, I don't.
That boy like James Brown, man, the hardest working man.
I guess, you know.
That's what cocaine do to you.
But before we go on and jump into the rest of the show,
Hell real.
Exactly. Hell real. Before we jump on into the rest of the show, man, let's have a moment of silence, not only for Prodigy and Combat Jack, but also for the daughter of Erica Garner.
Dig it.
And her moment of silence isn't because she passed away. It's because she's been declared legally brain dead. And personally, I cannot believe that somebody didn't do something to her. So I want to have a moment of silence in contemplation and thought and in prayer for her healing. Pray to whoever you pray to, but just let's get like 30 seconds of silence starting right now. I want to thank y'all for indulging us in that, man, in honor of some of our fallen soldiers and everybody that's gone, and in honor of, you know, somebody who's really, really fought so hard. And, you know, I don't even want to talk no more about that, man, because that's bothering the hell out of me. Yeah, so let's talk about, while we're talking about the worst of, 2017, let's continue on, and let's knock out the worst first so we can get to the best. So starting with the worst of 2017, let's talk about Roy Moore in Alabama, the pedophile. You know, people like, he wasn't convicted. Well, the whole city ain't gonna lie on you.
OJ wasn't convicted.
I'm about to say, it's a lot of us that ain't been convicted.
Right. But you still call us thugs, don't you? You know what I'm saying? Definitely prosecuted. So Roy Moore, in the latest in the Roy Moore saga, is that he apparently decided to try to challenge in the court the results of the election, because he was saying absentee ballots had been counted and the final counting and done. Well, what made it so funny is that Doug Jones was confirmed today, and he actually won by 9,000 more votes than they originally thought he won by.
Because at first it was a lot closer.
It was 20,000 votes.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a lot closer.
So what we're doing right now is getting Roy Moore the hell up out of here. We are not taking his ass in 2018.
Right on.
Next up, a part of the worst of 2017, Charlottesville. We all remember what happened in Charlottesville. The KKK Light decided to have a march in their polos with their tiki torches. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that when they join the Klan, they get like an official polo of the Klan?
No. What they do is they give them a gift card to Walmart.
No, they give them a gift card to Home Depot, because that's where they got them tiki torches from. That's how they was able to get all them free tiki torches. You know, and honestly, right, you know,
I thought they were sponsored by Izod, but that's just me.
Really thought they were sponsored by Urban Outfitters. I'm not gonna lie, like that was the strangest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Like, you really don't expect like all these ignorant racist folks to be walking around in polos and Sperry's and Dockers, but what that goes to show you is that when they take those hoods off, they go home and they put on their lab coats, or they put on, you know, their business suits, and they work at your banks, your doctor's offices. Right. You know, some of them even put on police uniforms.
A lot of them.
Speaking of putting on police uniforms in the worst of 2017, let's talk about Betty Jo Shelby from Tulsa, Oklahoma, who was acquitted for murdering Terrence Crutcher in cold blood by shooting him in the back. And that heifer got her job back.
Got a job back, G.
Bruh, let me ask you a question. If I went to Bank of America tomorrow, or if I went to Wells Fargo tomorrow,
right,
and I decided, you know what, I'm just going to borrow this money and go home, I would be fired, right?
Your black ass going to jail.
I'm going to jail, and I would never get the money back, right?
No.
Right. So if I went to McDonald's and I slapped somebody with a McRib, which is made from wombat meat and hooker spit. Okay.
That might be attempted murder.
Right. That's a
But the
deadly
thing
weapon.
is, answer me this: would I get off? Would I get my job back, and would I get back pay?
Hell no.
Probably not.
Probably not.
So why is it that this lady? You know what? We already know the answer.
Yeah, I was about to say, do we really need to ask?
She literally shot this man in the back, left him to bleed out on the couch. I still can't get over that.
And you know what killed me, like we discussed before, when everybody came to the scene, they're not worried about the victim.
They not.
They
Right.
worried about the shooter.
Right.
They worried about her mental state and how she's dealing with shooting someone instead of dealing with somebody who's been
And you
shot.
know what? 95% of these cases all have the same trend.
Same
They go up
scenario.
there saying they fear for their life.
Right.
After they reconcile that fear by shooting a dude,
We need
they don't render no aid.
look.
They don't
If
call
you
nobody.
if you a punk, don't be a cop.
Exactly.
But
You
what
ain't
else
about to
you
send me to Iraq and worry about me shooting.
Right.
Now, you've been deployed. I've been deployed. You in the Marine Corps. So
Right.
my thing is, you expect 17, 18, 19-year-old kids to have better trigger discipline
right.
and understand the rules of engagement better than these grown adults that you put in police uniforms on our
I'm
street.
telling you.
And
That's
disproportionately,
crazy, man.
you know, they disproportionately placed in our neighborhood.
In our neighborhoods, right.
you know, they have no ties to the neighborhood.
right.
They don't know the people of the neighborhood.
They don't care
None.
about the people.
Right, you know, and they put somebody with a just obscured mind into a situation that they know
And
nothing
they
about.
scared. They punks.
scared.
A lot of them are punks.
Right. I mean, you can't put a goldfish in a tank with sharks.
You can't.
You know what I
You
mean?
can't.
And not to say that we're sharks, but that's how we're viewed.
When you're dealing with certain criminal elements, you are dealing with sharks. But my thing is, you don't go swimming with sharks if you scared of them.
Come on, man.
Exactly.
Come on now. I stay on the boat.
Yeah,
Motherfucking boat.
stay on the boat.
Hey.
You gotta
You
tell
know.
me twice. I ain't going nowhere I don't need to be.
Let's talk about more of the worst of 2017. We got to talk about Cheeto Ceasar.
Hey, Teflon.
Cheeto Caesar's the resident of the White House. I refuse to call him by the title. He's in the White House, but
Color boy Cheetos.
Cheeto Caesar. Let's take one more step forward in that
Okay.
and talk about Michael Flynn, former General Michael Flynn, getting arrested for possible collusion with Russia. I mean, this whole thing is like a really bad House of Cards Part 2 type deal, man.
Telling you, man, when they make the movie, I know the
I
cast.
can't wait for the movie in the book
Right on.
about Cheeto Caesar and his cast of his merry band of idiots. I cannot wait.
It's going down.
Yeah, like,
yeah. It's gonna
like
be
we
a good
talked
one.
about this a couple episodes ago. 2050, minorities are supposed to be the majority in this country.
Yep.
The entertainment industry is gonna go hog wild, and God willing, I live to see that day. And I'm watching every single movie about this time period in our lives dealing with Cheeto
It's gonna be
Caesar.
hilarious.
I'm telling you.
I
man.
can't help
It's a
but
comic
laugh at
strip.
that.
Look, that's all we can do as Americans is look back on this one day and hope we can laugh.
We can laugh at
Yeah.
it.
Because we still, quote unquote, got 2-3 more years before
Right,
this is about the
right.
office.
Right.
A lot of shit can happen in 2 or 3 years because he keep talking about Lil Rocket Man. Lil Rocket Man ain't got nothing to lose.
Right, he really don't. Speaking of people who are kind of off their rocker, let's talk about terrorist attacks in the country. We had one not too long ago up in New York. Where you at, man?
Man,
Where the guy mowed down some people in a bicycle lane. I'm sure that was pretty scary, man. While you were up there, man, tell me how you feel about that.
Let me tell you about both of these terrorist attacks. They hit real close to home because that day I was downtown and I was trying to look for some stuff at a shop I ain't never been to. So I was downtown and I'm riding up the West Side Highway and start seeing traffic moving a little bit differently. And I finally get the CNN alert and it was like, yeah, shots fired downtown. So
Right.
I shoot the message to all my team members and people I work with and family and friends. I'm like, yo, if you downtown, if you in Five Eye, yo, you better get uptown. You better figure out a way to get home because they about to shut stuff down. And, later on, I get the whole story about some dude riding down the West Side Highway. Then he jumped in the bike lane. For y'all that don't know, New York and the West Side, there's this massive, now it's like 3 lanes. They put barriers in there, so now it's laned off. But bikes, people use bikes like cars down there.
Right.
And, there's a lot of heavy bike traffic. When you in that bike lane, you could take out 100 people in about 3-4 seconds. It's
Damn.
congested as well. And dude drove a Home Depot truck through there. And the crazy thing is, I was on the George Washington Bridge going back to my crib on the Jersey side. And I probably passed a truck because they said he came from North Jersey and crossed the bridge. And that was the crazy thing. So that was the end of that. And, you know, everybody was kind of shook for about all the 15 minutes after that.
It's New York, man. You got to get back.
It's New York.
Right
it's back to New York.
Man. That's what really happens in those situations, man.
And then the Port Authority thing. So Port Authority is that's my way back and forth to the city. So when I'm not staying in Jersey, I'm in Brooklyn.
You take the ferry, right?
You either take the ferry or you take the bus. Normally, I take the bus because I'm cheap. I ain't gonna lie. I'll pay that.
I ain't mad at you.
Military discount $155 for the bus. The ferry $9. But if I need to get to
your bus cheaper than a damn train in Charlotte?
Mass transit.
You feel me?
Yeah,
touche.
But when you think about it, when I get on that bus, I'm the last stop before we get to the city, and it's packed, and it's one of those double buses with the trailer, whatever you want to call it, with the little joint in the middle of it, like a legit joint that curves.
But y'all be having them motherfuckers lit though.
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. I'll get to a 4 a.m., 5 a.m. train story in a minute.
Yeah, y'all be having them lit.
But you know, I slept in that day, and you know, my lady at the time, she gets on the bus. Normally gets to the Port Authority.
He said at the time.
We going through some shit. Excuse me. But anyways,
hey man, hey, look,
2017 was a hell of a year, man.
Tell me about it.
I could write a book on it. Matter of fact, I am. I'm about 75 pages in.
I'm leaving so many people in 2017. It ain't even funny.
But anyway, so normally she get to Port Authority around 7:30. I wake up. I'm old, man. The only channels I watch is CNN, HLN, MSNBC.
We just
and
had
Revolt.
A conversation about Revolt and Vice.
Revolt and Vice. Those are the only.
I got to give Revolt, man.
5 channels. But in the morning, that's all I watch. I turn on HLN. I catch my Good Morning America. I catch my morning whatever with Robin Meade. I don't know the name of the show, but I know the
Robin
chick.
Meade kind of fine though. That's why I understand that.
Hey, she got a little mannerisms in her, like she hang out in the hood every once in a while.
Little mannerisms.
Right.
They pop out.
Mm-hmm. He be like, "Hey, girl."
She got the hood tip.
Yeah.
She really do got hot sauce in her bag, unlike Hillary.
Yeah, she got hot sauce, sriracha, and Frank's. Yup.
And she got a little bit of hot bottle of Hennessy. You know what I'm saying?
Play with her. I know she got some Hennessy.
So you was on the way to work, and that's when that happened.
Nah, I was getting dressed because I slept in that day. It was gonna be a 10 a.m. start for me.
You just ended up working from home.
For the most part.
I got you.
Because I got shook because when they said a bomb went off at Port Authority at 7, I was like, oh, let me find Shorty.
Let me stay home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I hit her that day. I hit her quick, and I'm glad she hit me back. She was like, nah, I took the ferry today. I was like, thank God. And then I followed up on everything because it's kind of my thing in the military. I'm nosy. I'm a nosy
check
dude.
on people.
Yeah.
No, but you got to do that though.
Yeah.
Let's move on a little bit. The Vegas shooting, because that one hit a little close home for me. I got a homegirl. Shout out to Carrie, Princess of Atlanta, Queen of Atlanta.
Yo,
the Queen of Atlanta. I'm not gonna tell the story about what I first did when I met Carrie, but Lord, I that was the lamest thing I've ever done in my life.
Don't let anyone else write your story.
You know what? And
let us hear it.
I live my truth. I live my truth.
Let us hear it.
We ain't gonna judge you, brother. We ain't gonna judge you.
Let me hear it.
I live my truth, but guess what? We're not gonna have this conversation
it ain't going
on
down.
The podcast.
It ain't going down. I dig it.
So, but the Vegas shooting, and there's a lot of conspiracy theories about it. And the thing is, I mean, this dude had to let off over 100 shots, and 59 people, including himself, were killed. God rest the souls of the other 58. As far as his soul, I don't really give a damn what happens to it. Hey. But there was 400 some people there. He let off over 100 shots, hit 58. And my thing is about that. What do you? I'm gonna ask you guys this question. I want you to, and we're gonna move on. But do you guys think that there were more than one shooter?
I think it was one shooter, but I think he had some spots.
Wait. Let me say that sentence again because I feel like I messed it up. Do you think there was more than one shooter? I feel like I just completely messed that sentence. But I'll go back and listen to the audio later.
I dig what Rell was saying, man. It's probably just one shooter, but it was more than one co-conspirator. Put like that.
Yeah. Here's my thing. And this is what I don't understand about that. The casinos can see you counting cards and getting away with all manner of cheating as discreet as you can be. But somehow this dude was able to get 30 whole AR-15s, MP5s, and everything up there. Come on, bro.
My G, like I was telling you, man, last time I was in Vegas, I'm at the crap table.
Uh-huh.
My mom's called me, so I slapped my Bluetooth in. I mean, my Bluetooth was already in. It's around my neck. I just hit it real quick.
Yeah.
It was so many niggas around. Sir, back away from the crap table. You can't be talking on your Bluetooth. I'm like, nigga, did you see me even hit it? But
Quick,
ain't-
like,
but you ain't
but
see
you
a
just say
whole-
worry about that money.
You
Right,
didn't
but
see
you ain't
all
see a
these
whole live
AR-15s
person.
come in here?
carrying all this artillery. Come on, G. And then he was an old, frail individual. Come on, man. You know already know
He
how
ain't
much.
hiding that in no jacket.
Come on, man.
If I walk into a casino right now with a trench coat, you know what's gonna happen?
Stopping your ass
They
at the
tackling
door.
my black ass.
Stopping your ass at the door.
So let's also talk about the Dakota Access Pipeline.
Oh man,
Now here's the thing, you know they
another money situation.
Yeah, they ran over the Native Americans' land to try to build the Dakota Access Pipeline, and you knew Cheeto Ceasar wasn't gonna stop it. And they said, we're worried about you contaminating our land and our water source with your, oil. And earlier this year, after they got it all squared away and they finally, all the protests dispersed and they started building the pipeline, don't you know they had a leak?
Yeah, they kept that quiet though, didn't they?
And the Native
That's like the
Americans,
raps.
the Native Americans was like, nigga, we told
We
you.
told your ass.
Like, Jesus.
You can't tell people nothing when it comes to money. You can't stop that.
So let's talk about another one of Cheeto Caesar's missteps, the travel ban. He tried to institute a travel ban. Said this is not a Muslim ban. I don't know why they're calling it a Muslim ban.
Except the fact that you banned every Muslim
Except
country.
you banned
Right.
every
You banned
Muslim
every
country
Muslim
that you had a thought about, that you can probably spell. That's the only ones you.
Pretty much.
Iraq, Iran, Syria. Notice none of the countries.
It's
was
pretty
over
much
like
the paper
5
bag
letters
test.
long.
letters and
It's
shit.
pretty much the paper bag test.
Yeah.
If you darker than this old paper bag right here,
Right.
So you saying Donald
Keep your
Trump?
ass at
They
home.
saying
Stay your
Donald.
ass where you at.
So basically, you said Donald Trump, an old school, AKA.
hey,
You know what? I ain't gonna make them shots. I'm
You
not gonna
know
take
what?
no more shots. I'm sorry. I love AKs. I love AKs. I love
Oh.
AKs. I love AKs.
Oh.
You know what? I'm gonna catch so much hell for that one, boy. The AK.
Oh.
I don't care. I co-sign it.
Oh.
I ain't Greek.
Oh.
I'm of a different cloth.
Hey, you ain't gonna let me go down fight. You ain't gonna let me go down by myself. I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, you ain't gonna go down by yourself. But you, hey, some of y'all chapters know who you is.
Hey,
I'm
man,
trying
look,
to figure
look,
out, though,
listen,
do I know any?
Can we move on, please?
Name one dark skin AK and we'll get off the
Oh
topic.
no, I know plenty of dark skin AKs.
Not you.
Now.
Come on, Natty. You
Uh-oh.
thinking hard as hell because I'm
Nah,
thinking too.
I know plenty of dark skin AKs.
I think
can
I
start
know
naming
one.
them.
I think I know
Speaking
one.
of which, one of them birthday is today. Cheryl, happy birthday.
All right, you know too many people.
I don't know now.
I don't know none either.
I
My
know.
little circle.
I know.
Let me
a
find
bunch
one
of
dark
them.
as me.
I know a bunch of them. I used to date one.
Nah, they had to be Zetas.
Yeah, bro.
My sister was like, y'all leave it
They
alone.
might have been in the business for surgery or something.
I've gone.
Anyway, let's keep on moving. Jesus, I'm not messing with y'all. Let's talk about Bo Bergdahl.
This mother.
They got him back from Afghanistan after he had defected to the Taliban. And yeah, he got court-martialed. They reduced him in rank, sentenced him to time served, and let him go on about his business.
Come on, man.
Now, you know what? That's the only thing they could do. Honestly.
I mean, what else they gonna do?
I mean, they couldn't prove that he actually was doing anything with them. And I think, and let's look at it like this: had it been Jamal Bergdahl as opposed to Bo
You
Bergdahl,
already.
I think his ass would be under the jail
Yo,
waiting
you
for the death
already-
penalty.
Look,
Like,
Jamal
that's
be
just
on one of those posters. You see something, say something.
right.
You already know.
It'll
Can
be-
you spot this out?
I'm telling you, the
Hit
army,
like when you see it.
straight up, the army would have completely let go of its whole equal opportunity thing and be like, "Have you seen this nigga?"
Right.
With
Yeah.
the ER.
Yeah, we look right
It
with
would have
that.
been a
With
whole
the
new
hard
campaign.
ER. These niggas can't be trusted.
Right.
I'm telling you.
Man, let
You'd
me tell you.
you'd had sergeants major all over the country like, ain't this some bullshit?
That's impressive that you said that right, by the way.
Hey, man.
Sergeants major, because most people say sergeant major.
Sergeant Major.
I'm trying to tell you.
That
hey,
is not the plural. Sergeants major.
Hey, man,
I
you know,
shout out to correct grammar.
I'm
Hey, shout out to knowledge.
Hey.
I got the name for a reason.
I
My
dig it.
brother.
I dig it.
So, next up, let's talk about these hurricanes, man. This was some of the worst
Man,
of
let me tell you.
2017, man. You had Hurricane Irma go through and take out Florida. You had Hurricane Harvey go through and flood Texas. But then you had Hurricane Maria completely destroy Puerto Rico, man. And it's just, man, we had 3 major hurricanes just kind of nailed the country this year. And Puerto Rico, to me, is probably the most sad.
Yeah,
Because,
no support.
those are American citizens that we just abandoned.
Just
Yeah,
abandoned.
they American citizens when it's convenient. And I get the argument. They say the same thing on the other side, like, oh, well, the Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico, they only American when it benefit them. Bullshit.
Right.
They American citizens. Y'all went to San Juan and said it ain't that bad. Y'all went to San Juan and said it ain't that
Ain't
bad.
that bad.
Go to
Y'all-
the country.
They like, man, y'all all y'all ain't got water. Some of y'all got water. All y'all ain't got lights. Some of y'all got lights. You know what? Y'all can deal with it.
They did a sample test and took the sample from San Juan. That ain't right.
It's not even right.
That ain't right.
That's man. That just goes to show you that Cheeto Ceasar doesn't care about you unless you're rich.
Well, I'm not even gonna say. I ain't gonna put it just on him. I mean that red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. I mean it's in our nature. If you're poor and brown skinned,
right? It's
this country doesn't love you.
You know, and not to take anything away from the situation with Puerto Rico, like even when, you know, and I can speak about this heartfelt when the earthquakes happen in Haiti. I mean, you 250 miles off the coast of Miami, and you have a population in Miami of Haitian individuals who contribute to this city.
Right.
And they call them immigrants. You know what I mean? Immigrants.
Right.
I mean,
they did the same thing with Hurricane Katrina. They started calling American citizens immigrants.
Yep. Because of what?
They essentially named them DPs, like they was prisoners of war, displaced persons.
Right.
Get out of here.
But they love going to Mardi Gras.
They ain't stop that.
Right.
It's easy to dislike or look down your nose at a displaced person or an immigrant
and make you feel like you're doing something good for somebody that need it. When that's your job, that's what you're supposed to do as a nation. You're supposed to come together when
and like I always say, everybody love partying at your house until it's time to clean up.
Oh yeah,
you feel me?
That's real.
That's how it goes.
That's
down.
Now that's real. That's real.
They love.
You gotta carry that one. That's real.
They love Mardi Gras until something happens in Louisiana and we have to come together and clean it up. They love going to Puerto Rico. They love taking their trips until something happens and they got to help clean Puerto Rico up. They love coming to your crib.
Now let me ask you a question. Now, and this is something that I want both of y'all to think about. Had it been Hawaii, do you think the response would have been the same?
Hey man, we be looking at Disney World in Hawaii right now. They be rebuilding some old spiritual stuff to get everybody emotions and build jobs and bring the economy back. It'd be all types of stuff.
I mean, because you have to look at it.
They got Schofield Barracks there.
That too.
And you got a military base.
And then you have to look at the fact
25th
that
ID.
A lot of Asian people go to Hawaii whenever they have their shopping season. So guess what? We got to get this back together so we can do our shopping and do this and do this and do that.
Daddy got a point.
So it's
money.
It's the money racket. Bingo.
The bottom line is always the bottom line.
It's always the bottom line. That bread.
Hey, the love of money, root of all evil, my friend. Facts. All right, so let's step into. Okay, so we got a gray area here. I don't want to call it.
Let's cross it.
I don't want to call it the worst of 2017, but it's definitely not the best of 2017.
Eminem's album.
Real.
Well, we are.
Touche, my G.
Before we get to the worst of 2017, before we end the worst of 2017, Eminem's album was part of the worst of 2017. That album was trash.
And he got an A for effort, but execution was definitely a D-.
Like, my thing is, you can still tell he still got it. Yeah. In certain places, you saw some bright spots. He still got it. Man, but I don't know. It's something missing.
This make a 16 mile. I mean, 8 Mile Part 2.
Right. Yeah. He need a lock-in Detroit or something, man. He need a spiritual revival.
He need to go bankrupt or something. He need to get hungry again and need that bread.
Catch a charge.
Well,
this Eminem, he ain't catching no charge. As much as he talked about wanting to kill his baby mama and whatnot, he ain't catching no.
Speaking of rappers catching charges, let's talk about Meek Mill getting sentenced to 2 to 4 years. The worst of the 2017 part about that is not Meek Mill doing those 2 years. It's the judge.
Yep.
The judge is part of the worst of 2017.
Those actions.
Hold on, what song did she want him to redo? I'm kind of mad at that.
Was it Boyz II Men, Down on Bended Knee?
It was Boyz II Men something, but I was just mad that she want Meek to sing.
Well, she wanted him to remake it with Nicki.
Can neither one of them sing?
I mean, Nicki can hold a tune, but she ain't no songstress. She ain't no Marsha Ambrosius. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no Anita Baker and
she ain't even SZA.
Look, I can imagine how that track go right now. Dead ass on your knee, boy. That ain't moving. Look, Nicki failed at her last 3 singles, a.k.a. diss tracks. That ain't going nowhere.
Oh, my God. Watch your knee. You should watch your ring. Oh, my God. I'm trying to tell you, boy.
Hashtag rap like Nicki.
I'm trying to tell you, boy. She had off of them voices. I'm sorry, Mr. Mill. Like, no, come on, bro. Like, it'll be man, it'll be all bad.
Look, anyway. We might have to put a track together later.
So let's move on. So this is in the gray area, man. What I was talking about. Al Sharpton taking them full body selfies.
Oh,
Bruh.
my G, go, hey.
Hey, snack man.
Hey.
Al Sharpton want to be a bad bitch so bad.
Look,
Shout
and
out
the bad
to
part is his
Shout out
weave
to
better than most of them bras
Shout
out
out to
there.
Yo,
this shit
Hey.
flowing.
Hey.
Yo, Al shit
Them
flowing.
pretty
I
grays.
guarantee
He
you.
got natural grays. Everybody else
Yo,
dying that shit
Al
purple and gray.
Sharpton smell like motions and liberation.
And ball.
Hey, Al looked like he had a little salve on in
You know what
that
I'm
video.
saying?
He had a little salve on the elbows.
Al wanna be an IG honey so bad. You know what I'm saying? Al out here being an Instagram model. Al a whole bad bitch out here, boy. Ain't that shit funny?
Bro, I've been trying to swallow this drink, Paul, for about 10 seconds.
Hey, who Al think he is? Melissa Ford. What the fuck going on? Al?
Hey,
Al had his calf implant showing at this bitch. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to know how small you got to be to take a whole selfie of your
the whole
entire
body.
body.
And like the
I
thing
saw
is-
your tube socks, my brother.
The thing is, ain't none of us tall
They was all the way
individuals.
pulled up, too.
And the thing is, ain't none of us tall individuals.
And the mess up thing was
But I
everybody
ain't
thought it
never
was
took
in a
a full
mirror.
body selfie.
Everybody thought it was a mirror shot. That was a selfie with no selfie stick.
That nigga Al
I
Sharpton.
say Al a whole line bad bitch.
Hey,
I'm just saying.
man, y'all might be mad at us for picking on a civil rights legend,
Nah,
but
damn that. Nah, damn that.
but
Damn that. Damn that.
civil
Damn
rights
that.
snacks.
I'm trying to tell you, he was a whole civil rights snack out here.
Hey, hey,
Shit.
that tastes like struggling fried chicken.
That shit tastes like Ensure and Liberation. I'm trying to tell you. That nigga a whole snack out here.
Let me stop, cause I don't want that,
That
smoke
nigga-
when the
that nigga Al Sharpton was-
NAACP come for us. I don't want that smoke.
Tastes like collard greens and free.
That nigga Al Sharpton was about to be at the slut walk.
Hey, with
That
the
nigga-
baddest hairdo.
That nigga think he Amber Rose out here, man. I'm just saying. Shit.
I'm surprised he ain't got a sock endorsement from that.
That nigga Al Sharpton talking about new shirt, who this? You know what I'm saying? So shit. Talking about
Hey, it ain't funny if we can't laugh at
he taking
ourselves.
himself talking about Martin thought he had a dream. I am the dream, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, he let y'all have it.
This ain't no dream, bitch.
Hold
Part
on,
three.
hold on. What they be saying? Al Sharpton was serving face out here, boy. I'm trying to tell y'all.
I'm done.
Al Sharpton out here like, mother did not come to play with you hoes.
Hey,
I'm trying to let y'all know. He came to slay. You know
Hey.
what I'm saying?
hey.
Al Sharpton like the president of the Beehive. Look, I got these jokes for Al. I didn't want to get these jokes off on Al for years.
I'm gonna be mad in about 6 months when we start emailing his office like, hey, Mr. Dr. Reverend Al Sharpton, we need a little
I'm
bit of
trying
funk.
to tell you. You know what? I really want to have Al on the show just so I can be like, now what were you thinking?
He was
Do you
feeling
have
himself.
Al Sharpton took that picture and put booking info in his bio?
Look, let me tell you what happened. He had just finished working out for about the first time, about 15, 16 years. He was feeling himself. He lost a couple pounds. He caught him. Look, he walked past the mirror, caught himself like, damn.
Al Sharpton gonna be on a flyer tomorrow. Watch, talking about he hosted at Onyx.
Hey, look, that's where it starts. Don't be mad when he GQ Man of the Year
I'm
next
trying
year.
to tell you, Al Sharpton gonna throw a New Year's party called Freedom and Fried Chicken. Watch, I ain't fucking with y'all.
Look, he gonna have to cover AARP next month.
I'm trying to tell you, Al Sharpton gonna throw an all-white day party called Lemon Pepper and Liberation. That's what it's gonna be.
Hey,
I'm trying to tell you.
sending your kids to college.
I'm trying to tell you. The UNCL, the United Negro Chicken Fund. That's what it's gonna be. I've been having, them jokes been waiting for Al Sharpton ass all year.
Yo, you had a full clip for Al.
I'm telling you,
trying
man.
to-
Reload, bruh.
He ain't full of shit. He had a
He
full
ain't
clip for
stopped.
Al ass.
I'm just
He ain't
saying. I'm just saying.
Al.
See, and
Bro, that's what you give a plane so much. That's Al in the move.
That's Al.
you know
Hey.
what? I forgot that was
God don't like ugly.
God
God
don't like ugly,
God
but you know
said-
what? We got another cup.
God said, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm.
Hey, you can't talk about the Reverend and not spill your drink.
You know what I mean? That's communion. Pour one out for the
Anyway,
Remy.
let's
Pour one
move.
out for Al, because you killed him.
He already poured it out.
I
Just
poured out a lot for Al. I poured out.
Just know, hey, you sleepy fans, we got rules up here. You owe me a couple push-ups later, bro.
Yeah. I'm gonna get them push-ups out. Anyway, so let's move on to the. No, we can handle that after the show. That's fine.
We got it.
Yeah, we're gonna do this after the show.
Yeah, we'll clean up.
I'll clean after the show.
We black,
my bad.
but we ain't that Negro. We'll clean up. We'll clean
Yeah,
up.
we'll clean up after the show.
After. It's just gonna smell like Lil Henny for about a week.
It's all right. So let's move on to the best of 2017.
Thank
you know
God. I need that.
You know what? That really was karma. My bad, Lord. That really was
I ain't
karma.
like you smoked the shit out Al.
I'm just saying.
That was a shit talk.
His microphone still got some heat on it.
Right. Hold on. Anyway, let's talk about the best of 2017. And the reason I put this in the best is because it kind of had the desired impact. The NFL has really kind of shut some stuff down. You know, the NFL is having suffered from low viewership. You know, suffering from all sorts of different things. And
Hold up, I gotta switch my hat.
And it's a result of what Kaepernick started last year. It's a result of what Kaepernick started last year with kneeling during the national anthem. And
Yeah,
I'm actually kind of proud of that.
I am too,
You know,
man.
here kind of sleepy, like I said. We stay woke. But, you know, we need a nap from here once in a while. But my woke side says, you know, not necessarily mission accomplished, but we moved the ball forward, so to speak.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, you know, with that. And I like the fact that the NFL is kind of suffering for how the owners have treated Kaepernick and the other players kind of like a slave owner, slave relationship. Like, boy, you shut up and work.
Yeah, get on the field.
Get
Do
on the
your
field,
job.
shut up and work.
So
You know.
I got a sidebar,
Mhm.
kind of like your Al comments. Fuck Papa John's. I heard they going bankrupt or something. First off, let me tell
Papa
you right
John's
now.
lost a lot of business.
And it wasn't because of the NFL, it's because of them high ass prices, them nasty ass pizzas, and your slow ass delivery times. How you get a cold nasty pizza and be complaining about your sales?
Yo, wait. You in New York, man, so y'all got a different standard for pizza.
Facts, but we ain't ordering that type of whatnot.
Right. I mean,
When I'm out of town, I might do that.
As soon as Papa John said what he had to say, man, I immediately, because I used to order from Papa John's all the time, but now I'm rocking with Domino's. Now, what I will tell you is that when the Super Bowl comes around, Papa John still owe me like 3 or 4 free pizzas. So I don't think that goes against the cause by getting my free pizzas.
I mean, no.
Yeah, just put them close to the door. That's what the visitors can eat. We eat the good pizza. I'd rather have the Giornos than damn Papa John's.
Look, I got a couple homeboys, got a couple pit bulls. We can throw them in the backyard.
Hey man, I'll pick me up some DiGiorno's before I get a Papa John's.
Y'all
Give me a
really ain't
tombstone.
fucking with Papa John.
Give me a tombstone.
A Tombstone, 2 for $6.
Right on.
Yo,
All day.
Another sidebar. Do y'all remember that pizza from back in the day called Papalos? It was like the pizza you buy in the grocery store.
Is it like one of them CC individual pizzas?
No. It was the precursor to DiGiorno.
Word?
Like, yo, they was better than DiGiorno, bro. Like, but that's way back. That was like 20-some years ago, man.
I'm gonna say ain't no Red Baron.
Yo, I'm gonna go look.
Right.
It was better than Red Baron, G.
Ain't no Select Premium.
Right.
That Walmart.
It was
Right.
better than that.
Like Walmart done bossed up in 2017 too.
Yeah.
Don't sleep on Walmart. They got
Yo,
these little
them
neighborhood
Sam's-
pantries
them
all over the
Sam's
place.
pizzas?
Look, hey, great value, everything at the crib.
Facts.
Yo, them Sam's pizzas,
Bro, if there was
though?
look, I gotta go to Long Island or I gotta go to Jersey to go to Walmart, so I don't be making them trips like that. But I used to when I lived in South Park. Boy, let me go ahead and slide over to 485 real quick.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
Yo, I just Googled it. Costco sells them.
Say what?
Papalos.
Papalos.
Yeah.
Let's go cop them.
I gotta give me another. Wait.
Hey, next
podcast.
podcast.
Next podcast, we gonna
Bro,
taste
I might
Papalos.
look. I might take another 3 days off so I can stay to the next one and do a taste test.
we
You
do
know,
the
I'm
taste
about
test
food.
on Papalos.
I'm about food, man.
So, but anyway, let's move on. Also, best of the year. Kaepernick won Time Person of the Year.
Hey,
Facts.
shout out to
So,
Cap.
Well
gotta give
deserved.
Cap-
Shout out to Cap.
Well
gotta give
deserved.
Cap
Take a drink to that.
Love,
bringing
some
light
love for
skin,
that.
bringing light skin and afros back. My man.
Looking like Pam Grier with a mustache.
Hey, Foxy Vanilla.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying? Foxy Butter Pecan.
Yeah.
he's bringing Foxy back.
Foxy back. Right.
So let's talk about Barack Obama was recently named most admired person based on the Gallup poll, I think.
I mean,
That's a worldwide poll, isn't it?
word.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, look, at the end of the day, hey, man, Barack was one of the dopest individuals that came across
They
America's
couldn't find
path.
no dirt on him.
Nothing.
They tried.
I'm talking.
Couldn't
He
find
had
it.
I'm talking. He
The
had the
mo-
walk, the voice.
I'm telling you, the only thing they could find on him was a cigarette and a blunt.
Like, hell, I just like to
Which he admitted to.
I just
Yeah.
like
What you
to
gonna
tell
do
the
now?
people of America that no matter what happens,
I'm still with you.
Barack has your back.
I'm talking about, he
Drops
had
the mic.
Yeah, had
Bow,
the smoothest
out.
voice as a president.
44 out.
That was dope. That's so dope.
Word up.
You know what? And my thing is, I was never the biggest Barack fan. Like, I respected him, I supported him,
Right, dig it.
but I'm like, I really miss him.
You know,
Like,
in hindsight,
a couple weeks ago, we played that SNL skit,
Yeah.
Come Back Barack,
Come back, Barack.
and I was like, yo, we really should make that like a campaign.
Yeah.
Like,
in hindsight, I feel bad because he came to my school in like 2007, you know, before the election. and
Yeah.
everything. When I was down the street
was
at
at
Winthrop.
Winthrop, yeah.
Yeah, he came twice. And I was like, man, I got class,
Yeah.
bro.
Nah, he needed South Carolina.
And I was like, y'all think this dude gonna win?
Well, you know what?
Bugging.
Though? I tell you who was there. He needed South Carolina, and there's a guy who's actually from South Carolina who I was at Fort Jackson with.
Uh-huh.
Robin Byro. You might see him on Fox News Business.
Okay.
He is a Democratic pundit. He was the campaign manager for Barack here in South Carolina,
They let him speak?
and that's when. Well, that's
On
when.
Fox?
But that, yeah, well, yeah.
I don't know if I got Fox.
Yeah,
News. Let me check.
I don't
when
know if I
get
got
home.
Fox News Business, but
that
he's
probably
a very powerful voice. He's a gay guy, but he's an Army Ranger too.
Don't bother
So
me.
you can't take nothing from him.
Hey, I tell you like I
I'll
tell
take
my
nothing.
soldiers, man. As long as you can bust back, I don't
Hey,
care.
look, long
Right.
as you can pull that
Pause.
trigger.
No, I got pause. I got 2 rules, man. As long as you return fire, and if you outrank me, that's the only way you shooting over my head.
That's
That's
it.
that's a fact. I told my soldiers that straight up. I'm shooting off your head if I outrank you, but you ain't
Yo.
shooting shit behind my head.
But look, these motherfucking shots y'all fighting out today. Oh my God.
Hey man, you put it on your Facebook, man. You said you was ready to
I
talk
was
some shit
ready to
today.
talk some shit, but goddamn, look, I'm just let y'all handle it.
Hey,
Oh, y'all cutting up today.
So
boy, is we.
let's continue in the politics vein, man. Want to give a shout out to John McCain for doing something solid. He's battling brain cancer.
I respect that, man.
Word.
Dude came in. Nobody thought he was going to be there. He came out the back like Stone Cold during Survivor Series. Walked up to the front of, and you could tell as soon as he walked in. If you look at Mitch McConnell's face, Mitch McConnell had somebody's shit at face.
Yeah, he don't
Yeah,
even know
yeah. He came knowing that. Look, I thought he walked in like John Cena.
Well,
Yeah.
you
Can't
can't
see
see
me.
me. You know what I'm saying? He came
Elbows for
in.
every
He wanted to make sure
motherfucker.
everybody saw him. He walked up to the front. You know what I'm saying? He was like, hey, just so you know. Nah, bro.
I'm here.
I'm in the building.
I'm in this
We
joint.
not
I'm in the
repealing
building.
this thing at all.
I'm in the
Keeping
building.
Obamacare, bro.
I know that
Facts.
shit, right?
And McConnell was sitting there looking like, this motherfucker. McConnell looked like John McCain and just got his daughter pregnant. Like,
No.
like that whole face he made, like he looked like Mortis the safety tortoise. Like it was just, oh man.
Like, that's what you finna do?
Yeah.
He had them jowls and everything, bro. It was depressing. Like I was looking like Mitch McConnell was sick. Like he really was sick.
But he ain't had no dog in the fight.
As soon as John McCain walked in the door, Mitch McConnell got the bubble guts.
I already know it.
And so I laughed so hard. Somebody actually put the video of that to some WWE Jim Ross type stuff, and I couldn't stop laughing.
They wasn't ready for that.
Down.
John McCain came in the building and said, normally I don't do this, but go on, keep the party going.
Look,
Shut
I feel
this
like
motherfucker
he's
down.
I almost feel like he's repenting. I don't know if he ever did anything wrong in his life. I don't know the man's history
Well,
like
he's a
that.
Republican.
But I feel like he know he got a mission
Right.
in these last few years.
And he was on the
And
wrong
he's setting
team.
shit straight
Yeah,
right now.
He knew he was on the wrong team prior to.
Yep.
So he was like, but look, check this out. I'm a referee now.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
gonna set this game
He ain't
straight.
a player no more. He the coach.
Yeah, I'm gonna set the game straight for
Right,
you.
right.
You know what I mean?
So would it be safe to say that he is?
Invited to the cookout.
I'm not.
He invited to the-
no.
No. He ain't cooking nothing. He ain't seasoning nothing, but he can get a
Nah,
plate.
No.
Yeah, hey, look.
We'll take him a plate afterwards, but
He
I
been
am.
there.
I was gonna say,
I'm
is he
not
the female
inviting-
owl with taking them?
No.
Is he a bad bitch too?
No.
Hey,
look.
I'm not taking. I'm not.
You gonna be Al?
I cannot invite John McCain.
You gonna invite Al?
let me ask you this question.
Al ain't never put out the cookout.
Hold on.
Al, that cousin that you got.
Jesse done got put out the cookout.
Yeah,
Jesse cutting niggas nuts off.
Yeah, that's why Jesse got uninvited. Al, we ain't never had a reason to really let Al go.
You right.
Like Al, that embarrassing uncle that you got that be walking up to you like, hey boy, that's your old lady. You know what I'm saying? They come with the short set,
I'm
with the
just
sandals, with
saying.
the open toe.
John McCain
and
walking
the-
this
and the
room
church
right now.
socks.
I'm pouring him a shot of Henny.
Yeah, I'll do that. Now I'll give him a shot of Henny.
Aight.
Don't get me wrong. I'll give McCain a shot of Henny. If we had a kickback, I'll let him sit down at the card table.
Come on,
But
man.
he ain't
he's
telling
not
nobody how to
invited
cook
to
nothing.
Devil egg.
I'll take him a plate.
Keep his ass from the grill.
He,
though.
Yeah.
You know what? He's not quite at the table outside the cookout with Omarosa and Chrisette Michelle.
Yeah.
Oh, we gotta talk about Omarosa.
Omarosa is at the unseasoned barbecue.
I want to know what
She don't have cookout. She's at the unseasoned barbecue.
I feel like was it 2 weeks ago she walked out the White House or got escorted, whatever the story was.
Man.
I feel like she tried to pull out some seasoning salt.
Yeah, she tried.
She tried to pull out some lorries and they kicked her out.
I'm gonna do my Eddie
We
from
ain't
Barbershop.
taking the pump fake.
I'm gonna do my Eddie from Barbershop. Man,
fuck
Omarosa. I'm saying, Omarosa gets no love. They talking about she finna dish some dirt on the White House and Trump.
Don't
But we
tell
gotta
me what
wait
you about to do. Tell me what you doing.
But we gotta wait 6 months for the book.
They gonna
Man,
kill
don't
her.
nobody care.
Look, she trying to make money moves. You gotta do it for the culture or do it for yourself.
Nigga,
We don't
nobody
want that
care.
other shit.
You sold us out literally for a title and 6 months worth of work. Man, kiss the blackest part of the inside of my ass. You old.
Hey man,
That nigga
Della Reese,
that nigga
kiss
turned
my ass,
old.
sugar.
I'm trying to tell you.
My whole entire
How you
ass.
ass? I would tell you to kiss my ass, but you blind motherfucker, you couldn't find it.
This has been a moment in Black History brought to you by the Kind of Sleepy Podcast.
Get ready for February, man. Hey, look. Hey, speaking of February, Black History Month coming up. I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret of something I do at work, right?
Mhm.
Somebody asked me to do something that's exclusively to me, and I'm the only black one in the room. I look them dead in their face and tell them, it's too close to Black History Month for that shit. And I keep walking.
Right. That scared the shit out of
You
me.
realize that Black History Month is a month-long holiday for me.
Facts.
I show up to work smelling like barbecue and Hennessy
But
every
you don't
single day.
understand.
You gotta-
I take it further than that. I incorporate the first 3 days of March, too. You ain't
You
about
have
to.
to.
Yeah,
You ain't about to give me the
want
shortest
all
month.
31.
That's reparations.
I want all 31 of my
Yeah,
shit.
you gonna give me mine.
That's reparations. Speaking of reparations, indirectly, Meghan Markle,
Oh God.
who is now engaged to Prince Harry over there in Britain, she is the first biracial, Jewish, once divorced royal in history. Here's my thing. She doesn't really push her blackness.
That's women.
You know, but I get,
Yet.
but my thing is there are a billion different black people in the world, so it's a billion different ways to be black.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still going to acknowledge the fact that she's a black woman about to be in the royal family, and I gotta love that.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Times
So
is changing.
that's one of the better things that happened in 2017, as far as I'm concerned. I don't really want to get into the details of it and all that, but there's no one specific way to be authentically black, and I think we need to get up out of that mindset. So Meghan Markle is one of the best things to happen in 2017. So let's move on. That was the best of 2017. I know we had a short list, but that's because we got a lot more going on.
We forgot about Miss Jamaica.
Oh man, Miss Jamaica had us ready to risk it all, didn't
Wow,
she?
you forgot about Miss Jamaica.
Miss Jamaica and the Nigerian bobsled team.
Oh my God.
Whew,
Well, hey, look.
they are definitely the best of
Oh, we gotta put them
2017.
in there. Now I'm gonna tell you now.
Whew, Lord.
You know, it's neck and neck. It's neck and neck between Black Queens winning and the Thoughts. The Thoughts winning out here.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm not touching that.
Look,
I,
you know
I'm,
Thoughts winning.
Yeah, I gave it a soft hand.
Yeah, you know Thoughts
I'm
winning.
not touching that one. Look,
Why?
I'm
I ain't
look,
say. Look, I
man.
said all Thoughts.
Hey man, look, I gotta go home.
I ain't. Look,
At the,
Yeah.
I gotta go home at the end of the night. Okay, I gotta go home.
Shout
at
out
the
to all
end
the
of the night.
Black Queens out here that's winning.
Shout out to the queens. Shout out.
Bro, I'm 700 miles from my crib and I don't live alone. I just want to make sure my stuff is there when I get back.
You know, black girl magic is
Black
winning.
Girl Magic is real, but the Thoughts, that thought wizardry.
Let's move on to sports.
Powerful.
That's a
In
distraction.
sports,
Can I make a mid podcast announcement?
What's up?
Because I'm checking my live
Jesus,
right
I'm
now.
nervous.
I'm checking my live right now and I got a lot of good questions, but they all the same question.
What's the
Everybody's
question?
Like, where the hell can I listen to this podcast?
You can check out the podcast on iTunes. Or you can check us out on Stitcher.
Stitcher.
We're on Facebook. We get uploaded live to Facebook. We're also on
Yes, sir.
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud.
We're still working on YouTube.
YouTube. Work.
Yeah.
And probably next week you'll be able to find us in the Google Play Store.
Google Play.
But as of right now, SoundCloud, iTunes, Facebook.
The Kinda Sleepy
and
Podcast.
Stitcher.
Just check us out. The Kinda Sleepy Podcast. And I said this, if you ain't catch the pre-roll before we did everything, I'm going to make this real quick. We do a little bit for everybody.
That's it.
We are unapologetically black. That don't mean that we exclusively black. We going to talk for all the people that need to be heard.
Exactly.
Facts. So we're going to keep pushing.
We stay woke.
But we damn
sleepy.
Okay, we damn sure kind of sleepy. I need a nap right now. Anyway, so let's go on and get into sports. So we got the college football playoffs coming up. You know, my alma mater will be playing for the national championship this year, and it's a rematch of last year's national championship game where Deshaun Watson, I don't want to say all of Clemson, but Deshaun Watson, by his damn self, put Clemson on his back. And just destroyed Alabama at the end. Kept the defense on the field for over 100 plays, man. I can't even deny that, man.
That's ridiculous.
Clemson, now they ain't tear that ass up, man. Don't get beside yourself.
Look, I know you can't talk about Bama.
He kept poking the bell.
Throw that ass up.
Yeah. What they say? What the dude said in what was the 40-year version? You want nigga? Nigga here now. Nigga here now. You know what I'm saying? Nah, but the thing is, Deshaun Watson shot at Clemson. I can't wait for the rematch. It's gonna be a good game. I don't want to make no speculations on what the game is going to be like, but you know, forever I'm going to root for the Crimson Tide. I know you probably going to be wearing some orange and shit.
Oh, nah, man.
Nigga.
I'll probably be watching boxing somewhere.
I'm just going to put this out here. I'm from Connecticut. UConn. Basketball season.
It's basketball season. So,
Football season ain't a thing up north. What is that?
So we also got to talk about Alonzo and LeVar Ball. Now, we was talking about this earlier.
Bro, please say what you told me earlier, because this is new to me.
So I've been playing NBA 2K18. I'm not really a gamer, but I've been playing NBA 2K18 for the past couple of days. Did you know LeVar Ball has a role in NBA 2K18?
Yeah.
Yo,
why ain't nobody talking about this?
Yeah.
Do you know how major that is?
I mean, my people, Sendarius Thornwell.
No. LeVar Ball. I'm not talking about Alonzo. I'm talking about LeVar.
His daddy. His daddy in the game.
Get the fuck out of here.
His daddy in the game.
His dad. So if you do create a player, his dad
Big
texts
Baller
the
Brand
player
in there.
about Big Baller Brand.
Well,
And talk.
Hey, that's
and
dope
we'll,
shit.
But wait, and we'll talk shit to you.
That's dope shit.
Says,
though.
I didn't know you. I thought you weren't going to be a good NBA player, but it turns out you are kind of a big baller. Like, he will talk shit to you.
Oh, that's dope shit, though. I mean, that's building a brand.
Like,
bro.
that's major.
Yeah,
Do you
that's
realize how
building a
major
brand.
that is?
Hold on, I got to call a timeout, man. I got to give my boy Sherbert a shout out real quick.
What's that?
He talking shit.
Let him talk
He said, roll, tears, roll.
Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Now, who is this team?
I ain't even going to
is he
Clemson. He Clemson.
Oh, he's
I
a
forgot he
Clemson
live in
fan.
Greer.
Oh, that's cute. Shout out to Syracuse.
Oh,
Y'all got beat by a Big East team.
That's bad in football.
Do not clap at me when your team lost to somebody in the Big East, sir.
Bro, chill. He a mechanic. He can hook you up later, though.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, well, look. I need my tires rotated.
Shout out to the homie.
Hey, home team. Look, we look out for each other, except for Saturday.
Yeah.
But
We'll talk after the game.
But yeah, back to the Ball family.
Anyway,
These
but
mothers.
yeah, the Ball family, man, they got TV shows.
That's dope shit.
They doing all kinds of stuff, man. I'm actually not mad at them.
I mean, 'cause
Hey,
at the end of the day,
you
man,
can't be mad at
You
that.
can't be mad at the Ball family.
Yeah, you had to use the talent to build a brand because at the end of the
And
day,
they've been doing it.
Because at the end of the day, the coaches, the teams, they'll waste your talent. And at the end of the day, when the talent is wasted shit, they throw the family
Move to
away.
they move to the next one.
They move to the next one. So, you know, I mean, one thing I always said as far as with, what's the father's name? LeVar?
Yeah.
LeVar Ball. He has to show his kids there's some repercussions to their actions. You know what I mean?
And the best thing about that is he's taking the blunt force of that.
Right.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I mean, you know, when you put your family on your back and you see what empire your family can build for your family, and you say, and you like you say before, be unapologetic about it and take the backlash and take the media insults and whatever the fuck else. Shit, man, do what you got to do for you and yours at the end of the day.
Exactly.
I dig it.
And this is my biggest thing. A lot of us in our community, this part of the hand,
Right.
didn't know Jordan brand was not Nike.
Mm-mm.
They didn't know that. They was like, oh no, Jordan is a separate brand. No, bro, Nike owned that.
Nike still owns that.
So
Jordan sold his name.
Exactly.
Right.
You think about that. If
Those
Jordan
are
started
Nike
his
Air Jordans.
if Jordan if he started his
When
own
they
brand in
well-
88, 89, what was it, 87 when he came in the league?
Let me
86.
pause right quick. Because think about it. When they re-release the Jordan 3s next year, it's going to have the Nike Jordan 4s. It's going to have the Nike sign on the back.
I I don't know how
That's
I
how
feel
you
about
know.
that.
I mean, you even look at.
I
That's the
remember
OG. That's
because the
OG.
old ones used
The OG
did
had
they
the
had a
Nike
Nike sign or they had the Air.
The
in the back?
OGs had the Nike sign.
Okay.
Think about it. The Jordan 1 still has the Nike swoosh.
Still got the Nike swoosh
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, you know, it's one of those things. You don't see the Nike Air on the back of the Jordan 4s like you saw them back in the day.
But back in the hood, a lot of cats thought Jordan was his own brand.
Nah, man.
Mm-mm.
And so the thing is, I'm actually
LeBron
happy for
did
Big
that.
Baller Brand. Let's move on a little bit.
Yeah.
We was talking about Black Girl Magic earlier. Let's give some more Black Girl Magic
Shout out to the
love
Black Girl.
to Serena
Love my
Williams.
queens, man.
Serena Williams won the Australian Open while pregnant.
Facts.
Pregnant.
That's
amazing.
Hold on, hold on before we get pregnant.
Mm.
Now it's one of y'all right now pregnant, talking about you on bed rest.
Get your ass
Get
up.
your ass up.
Girl, if you don't hit about 100 balls a day,
Look, if you don't get in here and put some cheese in these grits.
that's
You
part
mean
of that.
to-
Hey,
you
that's
mean
part
to
of
tell-
nattyism right there.
You
Hey,
mean to
look,
tell me-
nattyism is part of the best of 2017 too.
You mean
Yo,
to tell me?
Yo, we actually, that's what we got to talk about after the show, man.
You need a
We
T-shirt,
gonna
bro.
do- we talked about this. Nattyisms.
Man, I'm telling you, man.
Nattyisms.
We
gonna
need-
do
we need
this.
a weekly
We're doing
nattyism.
this. We're doing this. You
Weekly
don't
nattyism.
even have a say so. I'm going back through all the episodes and I'm pulling out nattyisms.
Do it. Damn it, I got plenty more.
let's keep going. We got Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor.
I just look. After he said the dance for me boy thing,
Oh.
I went on one rant, and after that I said, I'm gonna let
I
Floyd talk
wanted-
for me.
Tear
I
that
was
ass
so
up.
happy when Floyd
Boy.
Mayweather beat the ginger out of that boy head.
It was around the 5th or 6th
No,
round when that
6th round.
shit slowed down
slowed all the
real
way
quick.
down. Yeah.
Man, I'm telling
real
you.
quick.
But you know how
round
Floyd-
5, I watched Floyd Mayweather hit him so hard rings came out like that nigga was Sonic.
Sonic.
I'm trying to tell
like he hit one of the little spike things.
Super Mario.
He uppercut Conor McGregor one time so hard I saw Lucky Charms fly out his hair. That shit was amazing.
And you know what? The crazy thing at the end of
Green
at the
clovers.
end of everything, he still got more deals. He went back to UFC talking about, hold up, y'all got to pay me, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Look, he got
you
his
know that was
whiskey
the
deal.
hustle. You know
Look,
that was the
But
hustle.
he
That's the
smartened up. He learned something from a black man. Look at that.
You feel me?
Look
Smarten
at
up,
God.
Nas.
Look at God.
Because, you know, basically what he learned was this right here. Sometimes we might take a whooping, but we can always come back
You damn
and
right.
get the
We
bag.
fall down.
But
we get up.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I'm trying to
sir.
tell you.
Look,
Shout out to Conor McGregor for getting that ass whooping.
you know what? I liked him after the fight.
Right.
I'll tell you that. I
He was
liked him
real
after
humble.
the fight.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was real humble.
Sit down.
And he was fucked up. I don't know how he got that drunk in 30 minutes. He changed
was
clothes
Irish.
and was taking shots. And he was taking shots while he was still bloody. He came out. You know what? It was a
Think
good
about it.
fight.
Think about it.
I got my whiskey.
He showed up in the locker room. There was a check in the locker room.
Right.
And that
That's how
changed
you got
everything.
bitches.
He went back. What's dude name that run UFC? What's his name?
Dana White.
Dana White, yeah.
Dana? We need to talk.
You know what? If you catch an ass whooping and then you show up and wake up to a bag, I'm sure
Look, his ass whooping bag was bigger than any winnings
Any winning.
he ever
your
had.
entire disposition will change if you say, "Look, I'm gonna tell you right now,
UFC about to start a union.
for the right price. I'll get in the ring with Money Mayweather.
Man, look, man.
I'll take a few.
Look, I done took some ass whoopings for free,
Man,
Yep.
so I ain't
right
ashamed
now.
to admit,
I'm
I
trying to
take
get this
the
skin
elbow.
together for Good Morning America, baby. I can't.
Boy, you better learn how to duck and weave.
You know, but the thing about it, man, you know, I just love the way that, I mean, with Floyd and Conor, how they fuse the sports together.
Yeah, that
because,
was
you know, because like with Floyd, I mean, you know, a lot of people, when you good and you great, it's like,
It gets boring.
Shit. Yeah, it gets boring.
That's what they said. Like they say a Floyd fight the most boring fight, but technically
If you're a boxing fan,
It's like,
it's not boring.
it's one of the
Right.
most
Like-
technologically sound boxing matches you'll ever watch.
like with me, you know what I mean? I love
Yeah.
boxing, man.
If you're a
Boxing for
pugilist.
years. So I watch
like
everything
that.
from the side steps to the, you know, for the defensive
the
moves.
parries,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
counter
You know what I mean?
punching,
To
all
the-
that.
Because
to the
in
body
reality,
shots.
that's how I'm trying to fight.
Right.
If I'm in a fight, that's what I'm doing.
Right.
I'm not trying to take blows and throw blows. I'm
hell
not trying
no.
to take nothing.
The object of the game is to hit and not get hit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And you know, but a lot of people, they look at Floyd, I mean, he's a defensive fighter, and they say, oh, shit, this shit boring. He running. But shit, he done hit your ass 96 fucking times.
Right.
Where is he running to? In your mouth? the fuck is he running to?
Exactly.
Hey, but moving on, like,
Let's move
like
on.
not a single,
So let's-
like he gonna say.
Let's talk about KD and Golden State, man. You know, KD switched over and went to Golden State, and they came back. And that man, hey, KD solidified his legacy, man. He
Man,
did
that boy
his-
Yeah.
working. The Black Swan is working,
I'm
baby.
trying to
Yeah.
tell you, that boy.
He working.
Think
Well,
about
I
it,
watched
man.
him on Christmas, man. I'm proud of that boy.
He a 7-foot swing man. that can dribble with both
Bussin'.
hands,
Bruh.
shoot from downtown, mid-range flawless.
Bruh.
and
Y'all
can
watch the games
beat you
on Christmas?
inside.
Yes.
There's one thing I ain't bring up earlier when we was talking,
KD
man.
is nasty.
Nah, my man Jimmy Butler.
Word.
What, first
man.
half he went 100% from the field?
Oh
Yeah.
man, Jimmy
Word.
Butler. Jimmy Butler.
I wonder how strong his back really
Let's
is.
talk about Jimmy
Because
Butler.
he got about 13 dudes on it.
Let's talk about Jimmy Butler and his killer instinct, man. Like
No fear.
Jimmy Butler is in that same vein as I'm gonna go backwards with it. Let's go Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
Let's go Allen Iverson.
Okay.
Right.
No
Let's go with
fear.
AI.
No
let's,
fear.
Let's go Gary Payton, who
Ooh.
a lot of people don't realize Gary Payton had a lot of strength going in there. Nick Van Exel,
Oh, yeah,
who wasn't scared to Nick the Quick wasn't scared to
Okay.
get in there.
Damn.
Jimmy
fear.
Butler really is that fearless guard, which is and the thing is,
Can we take it back a little bit more? A little bit more.
Who you
Come
going
on.
with?
We got to go with Isaiah.
I was just thinking.
gotta go
Oh, look,
with
I was thinking
Isaiah.
Detroit. I was thinking
Isaiah played
Detroit.
with the bad
You
boys.
gotta take Z.
Well, I'm
Boy,
talking
gotta
like when
take
they was
Z.
getting, when they was.
That's
You
hard.
gotta
Woo.
take Z.
That's hard.
But if you think about Z, you got to think about Kevin Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, of course.
Got to think about Kevin Johnson. Kevin Johnson was fearless.
You know, I want to say some New York shit,
He was
but I ain't.
fearless.
I want to take
John
it back
Starks.
to early. I was about to
You
say
gotta
it.
take Starks.
Boy, that's
Hey,
a-
John Starks, of
that's a-
course.
look.
Now, here's the thing. Now, all of them had varying degrees of success. Let's not pretend like we talking about people on the same level. But all these guys, when they went to the hole, or when they was matched up with somebody,
No fear.
fearless,
Right.
No fear.
absolutely fearless. I love that about Jimmy Butler. Derrick Rose, his first year was that guy.
What, his only year?
Shit.
What? I'm just saying, his only year
But since he's been hurt.
on that bullshit.
I mean, look, man. Here's my thing. With me having knee problems myself, I don't necessarily want to say all that. But I mean, he's not the same. You're not the same player after you blow an ACL.
You
Both
think
of
about
them.
your future. You trying to figure out if I'm gonna get a couple mil next year, or if I'm just gonna hang it up.
I mean, the nigga knees made from old Oregon Trail floppy disk and French fries. Who we gonna argue with about that? Like, come on, man. Him and Greg Oden got the knees that was on layaway. You know, that people left from 1976 when they closed Kmart.
They got,
Like,
the,
come
knee,
on,
they got
dog.
the knees I was tattooing on.
That was a pretty neato.
Now you told me to
That's your
op.
shit, man.
You
started
told me
that
to
shit.
stop. I wasn't even saying it like
Hey,
that.
people, if you need a knee tattoo, holla at your
Natty.
boy.
Your boy Natty in the building, tattoos, knees, elbows, foreheads, temples, inside your ear. Matter of fact, I might tattoo your heart depending on how you look. Hit the boy up.
You ever tattoo somebody's nose?
Nah, I ain't never tattooed a nose,
Hey,
though.
you want to be the first to get a nose
Get a nose.
tattoo?
Look, you want to be
Hey.
Rudolph?
Hey, we got you.
Hit your boy
You
up.
ever tattooed the bottom of somebody's foot?
I have.
Who does that?
Now, she wanted a four-leaf clover on the bottom of her foot.
I
But
feel
she
like
want-
that's disrespectful,
No,
man.
'cause
Don't be
she
walking
wanted-
on my work.
No, she wanted to say she was walking on luck. You know what I mean? Because she had such bad luck in her life.
You know what you should have did? Should have gave her ass a rabbit foot.
Okay, wait.
I do that on the other foot. Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
so
sir.
this is gonna
Okay,
sound.
I hear you, Derek.
This is gonna sound kind of off a little bit,
Mhm.
and some people that are listening to this probably gonna get offended. But
Here
I'm
we
willing
go.
to bet about $20
Oh,
that she
God.
was a stripper.
Nah, she wasn't. She was a white girl. She worked at
Damn,
Rerah. She
I
worked at
would've-
Rerah right downtown. She's a
I would've
bartender.
Oh,
loved-
you talking about the Irish spot?
Yeah.
Yo, shout
I
out to Rerod.
Shout out to
I
Rerah's
would've-
in the
I would've-
building.
Hey, look, Rerod's the only Irish spot I know that do salsa dancing. Hey,
They give it up, right?
Hey, if you in the QC, check out Rerod's Uptown, yo. Rerod's is actually really dope.
Hey,
Good
hey,
food.
Hey, we ain't getting paid for that. Shut the fuck up.
Not yet.
Nah, we plugging this shit.
Look, we going to Rerod's right after
Right
this and
after
playing
this
in this
shit.
video.
Yeah.
I need some bangers and mash for free.
We ain't getting the bag. Shit. I ain't,
Yes, sir.
I ain't, look, hey.
Sometimes you have to open the hand for a blessing to be received, brother.
Last but not least in sports, never forget that the Falcons blew a 25-point lead.
Oh my God!
Hold up.
Hey, I'm
That's
sorry.
why
Hold
he-
up.
That's why he got his Patriots hat on. Never forget that
I'm
the
sorry.
Patriots
Look, I'm sorry
blew a
for my
25-point lead.
brother-in-law,
See what it
Adrian
is?
Watson. If you're listening down there in Atlanta,
With the signature. Hold up, I got to get the other.
turn
28-3.
your phone off. Turn your phone off, Adrian Watson.
28-3.
If anybody listening, can somebody tag Adrian Watson?
Yo, so
28-3.
so Rel is running around the room trying to show everybody he wearing some Patriots gear.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. Halftime came around. I said, what the fuck am I watching this game for? The commercials?
And woke back up and had a ring.
I went to the liquor store. I went to the liquor store in the third quarter. And then my
You
phone
went to the
started
liquor
going.
store? What
Yeah.
time was the third quarter?
I went to the liquor store right after halftime.
Halftime? What time was halftime?
Well, you know,
In the middle?
He up north. They
I'm
they
just
drink.
saying, this that
They had,
bullshit.
they had 24-hour
Oh,
liquor
yeah.
stores.
That's bullshit.
Yeah, liquor stores don't close. I went down the block.
Man, fuck. This nigga say he went to the bodega.
Hell yeah.
He went to the bodega and got a whole
Got a
bottle.
whole
It
fucking bottle.
was 3 blocks down the street.
Now,
Down the bottom.
meanwhile, we got a rush to get to the store for 9
Nigga, we
o'clock.
had the plan to go to the liquor store around this.
I ain't never caught a liquor store that was closed in New York, to be honest.
Oh my god.
I'm moving. Anyway,
Facts.
so let's get
Yeah.
to the music because I want to get to the music for a second,
Yeah, right
and then
on.
we're gonna close out with what we learned in 2017
Mm-hmm.
and what we're gonna take into 2018. Just some
Right on.
So we
Some
get
good
out of here. So first thing in music, we're gonna
That's
talk
a
about
setup.
hip hop. We're gonna talk about hip hop. Nicki and Remy.
Ha
Nicki had to take that whole L. She was dating McNeil at the time, so I guess she was meeking it up because Remy bodied her. She took like what 4 days, 4 weeks, something to respond,
Yeah.
and it was trash.
But let me ask you this question though.
What's up?
Was it a body? Because I'm just saying like this right here. Because now, after the whole situation went down, Nicki started dating Nas,
Mm-hmm.
and Nas had the publishing rights to the song Ether.
But see, the thing is, when Remy put that out, she didn't put it out as a single. She wasn't gonna make any money off of it anyway. It was a mixtape
hood
track.
classic.
Oh,
It was a
okay. I
mixtape
dig
track.
it.
So
All right.
she didn't put no money in that man's pocket.
So she didn't have to get no clearance.
Nope.
Nope. And they still played it on the radio. They don't care.
They did, right?
She was
Okay.
jacking.
And white radio don't
Look,
give a shit
look.
anyway.
I woke up.
Jacking for beats.
I was on the George
Jacking for
Washington.
beats.
Look, I was on the George Washington
I'm
Bridge.
just asking. I had to
Envy
find
got
out.
on there about 9:30. He's like, "Yo, I got some heat for y'all. I got some heat for y'all." Envy played that shit, and I was like, "Ooh,
Ooh, right.
And I was in the Bronx when I got off the bridge. Like, ooh,
You in trouble.
Bronx was quiet that morning. It wasn't even no traffic.
I'm trying to tell you.
I was like, damn.
Damn.
They was
Peaceful out here.
They was having a
Yeah.
moment of silence in honor of Nicki's
I ain't gonna
talent.
lie. You could tell the atmosphere of the city sometimes by
But
just
the
riding
talent
through
is
it.
still there, though. You know what I mean?
I don't know, bro. Nicki ain't put out a hard verse in a long time, bro.
Nah, she did hit the little. What's the little joint? She just came out and she was talking about these bras are my babies and y'all in my pussy and I got them get you checked out and get you a free pap or some shit like that.
Which song was
It
that?
was like some new
she's
shit.
been doing that.
I don't know.
That's the standard.
I like how
Nicki
they put
fare,
out that
bro.
No
Like,
Frauds joint, and then the album cover was them dressed as everybody else
Yes.
in hip hop. They did the Biggie joint, they did the Kim joint, they did the Pac joint. What was
Yeah.
the
I mean,
other
that's
one?
cool. That's cute. It's creative or whatever. But let's be honest.
That didn't
Hey,
really help
the-
their cause,
let's
though.
be honest. Let's be
They had
honest.
the cause,
Let's be honest. When the last time
And
you
you a
heard
fraud.
it?
And how do you get your whole team on a diss track?
When the last time you heard a Nicki verse that made you be like, she came with it?
2011.
Yeah.
On
Monster.
Monster. Yeah, on Monster.
Now she's had some solid verses after that, because I still think Massive Attack actually was lyrically solid. But that was way before Monster.
But look, I'm gonna be devil's advocate. But
Mhm.
how you can build a career being a Nicki hater though?
Who?
Remy Ma.
Remy had a
Nah,
I'm just
we gotta
saying.
take that back.
Nah, bro.
I mean, I'm
All the
talking.
way up?
No, we're not gonna go
No, no,
back
no.
to before she
All
went,
the way
before
up?
she got locked up and all this other shit.
No,
We're
nah.
talking about now.
Nah,
I'm asking.
nah. I can't co-sign that.
I'm
man.
asking. It's a question.
You,
It
she
ain't
goes,
nah.
that's not what
That's
she
not a
did, though. That's not what she did.
But she been going at that girl neck since she came home.
Bruh, she came home and she was hot.
She came
Nicki
home and
took
just had to
shots at
remind
her.
people.
Okay.
You just
Nicki
had to
took
remind people she
Nicki
back
took
for her
shots
spot.
at her.
Okay.
Nicki took shots at her.
That's
Here's
what
the
that
thing.
was.
This is my biggest problem. A lot of
What
times
shot-
with these
what
young
shot
money
she took?
cats. Twitter. It started on
shit. I
Twitter.
don't
It was a whole bunch of
I don't
none of
know
that.
about
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit.
It was
I don't
all
know.
of that.
I ain't
that
even
started
known
that.
that.
Nicki threw a lot
I
of
don't know
shots.
about that little bird.
Nicki threw a lot of
But I'm talking about the
subliminals.
music.
Nicki
Who
threw
came
some
out with the
subliminals
music,
too.
Harper?
She threw some subliminals.
Okay, but my point is this, Ray. If you're gonna
Here's my-
focus on one
here's
individual,
my thing.
But
Wait,
who was
wait.
at the top when
But let's
Remy Ma
talk about
came
this.
home?
Nicki was,
Okay.
but Remy didn't speak on Nicki. Remy didn't speak on Nicki until after Nicki started taking shots.
Yup.
That's real.
All she did was put all the way
let's,
up out.
let's dig into this, because with
Let's
Young
dig
Money,
into it.
I see some things with Young Money that people tend to give Young Money artists a pass when they don't give other people a pass.
I ain't getting nobody
Wait,
paid.
wait,
I'm just
wait,
trying to figure
hold
it
on,
out because
hold
I ain't
hold
on Twitter.
Let me finish this.
My thing is this right
Think
here.
about it. Drake been taking shots at people since October's very own.
Who?
Little subtle shots.
Drake
Oh.
took shots at Wayne. Drake took shots
Cole,
at Jay. Drake took
Kendrick,
shots at
DJ
Cole.
Drama.
Okay.
Drake took shots at everybody.
Look,
but then the thing
I'm
is,
mad at
when
that
he
drama
took
line,
shots,
too.
Okay.
He took shots at Joe Budden.
Okay.
But then whenever somebody claps
pump
at
it up.
him, Whenever somebody claps at him, everybody like, oh, you don't get no points for that. He the soft dude. At some point, you got to stop going out here taking shots at people.
He took shots at Jay.
You can't take
Don't
them.
Don't forget that little that little beef that Jay and Wayne had a couple years ago.
Right.
And then Drake got
Don't
on there
take-
talking about your heart and your feelings.
Don't take shots if you can't take them.
But my point is this right here. Boom. Let me ask you a question. Would you poke at a bear knowing the bear can't get at you? That's what they doing.
I'm cut from a different cloth.
I mean,
though.
look, I'm just saying, it's the music industry.
You
This ain't got nothing to do
you
with
take it-
integrity. But
Think
it's
about
got
it.
something to do with
He
A&R and
took
all
a
this
shot.
other shit.
He took a shot at Joe Budden, knowing Joe Budden ain't have shit to do.
Man, look, get Joe Buttons out the way anyway. What the
Nah,
fuck, man?
nah,
Joe
Joe
lyrical
killed him.
monster,
Yo,
yo.
Joe, okay, now I dig Joe lyrically. I got all the
But
albums, No Love
unfortunately-
Lost. But my thing is this right here. When
Drake
you get
know
to
the formula.
that's what I'm saying. When you got an A&R behind you, knowing you got
No,
a
these youngins don't want bars.
when you got a
They
platform,
want that ignorant shit.
Drake
When
ain't
you
won
got a
but one
platform.
battle, and that was with me.
when you got a platform.
I think that was timing that really helped his ass out.
Too. True.
Nah, because I don't think he. I mean, like it depends on who you talk to.
Meek shots was trash.
I mean, nah, it depends on who you talk to, though. I mean, because like I heard a couple Meek. I mean,
It's like getting crossed up when you ain't really had your shoes tied up.
right? You know what I mean? I heard.
I feel like he was better than that.
I heard Meek's comebacks. You know what I mean? I'm just like, and it depends on what
the
you
bottom
like.
line is Drake and Nicki take these shots at people, and then they do it and they ill prepared.
But look, I mean,
Because think about it. Think about it, man. You got to believe that Remy Ma had Cheeto in the tuck because she knew this was going to happen.
but when you're at the top of the hill, you can take shots down it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
But
the
the
only
thing
thing it
is-
is.
but the thing
the
is-
competition.
But think about it, though.
It's about the
Let's look at it like this.
competition,
I get
baby.
it. I get what you're saying.
It's about the
But think
competition.
about it. Look at Nicki's year after that.
She had a year
After Cheeto dropped,
Uh-huh.
Nicki ended up being a salty bitch
Facts.
and ended up taking thinly veiled shots at Cardi.
Super facts.
Then ended up on Motorsport with Cardi,
Got
where Cardi bodied her.
Got bodied.
She got bodied
But
by
got a check.
She got bodied by a mumble
I
rapper.
don't even know if she got a check.
But
for
got a
that.
check.
That
She
ain't-
should have
Motherfuckers
donated
ain't-
that.
Wait,
Nobody ain't doing shit for free.
Wait, let's
Got a check.
let's be honest about this.
Is it
People
about the bread?
people always bring
what
up
we
the
say the bottom line.
people always bring up the bread when we talk
It's the
about
bottom
beef.
line.
People always bring up the bread when we talk about beef.
That's right.
So let's be honest. Is it really about the competitiveness? Because the thing is, Conor McGregor, and we just talked about Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Floyd Mayweather had way more money than Conor McGregor.
Right.
So while Conor McGregor got his ass before a check, who won the fight?
But the point is this: who got the bag?
Who won the fight?
Number
Well,
one,
well,
Conor
then-
got the highest. He got the highest paid.
You're
He
not
got
answering the
highest
question.
paid-
You're not
I'm-
answering the question.
It depends on how you look at it.
It doesn't depend.
They
on how
both
you
got
look
a
at
bag,
it.
but Floyd's was
but if you-
multiples.
if
We
you
talking
looking at-
hip hop. We not talking finances.
So what
who
we-
won the fight?
But what's the winning of the fight mean? The money
Hip hop is
or the
we-
accolade?
Let's take
Money or
that.
accolade?
Let's take it. Let's take that then. So hip hop being born from the streets,
Mhm.
being the voice of the people.
Right.
When we bring it down to just money,
Mhm.
you gotta say that Vanilla Ice is your top 5.
No, I ain't gotta say shit. But what I gotta say is this right
Wait a
here.
minute now.
No,
Now that
I ain't
goes
gotta
against
shit.
your money.
No, and I ain't gotta.
MC
I
Hammer.
I ain't gotta say
Milli
shit.
Vanilli.
Nelly.
My point is this right
Hey.
here. At
Nelly.
the end of the day, it depends on who you are pitting against each other.
I
If
get
I'm
what you're saying.
If I'm pitting this dog against this dog, I don't have to pick this dog over here.
So you gonna pick? Okay, so what you're saying is though, this dog still gets to go back to the nice kennel while this dog gets to go back home and gets tied up in the backyard.
No.
But the dog that gets tied up in the backyard still ate that dog from the good kennel's ass.
But what I'm gonna ask you like this right here. I'm a grand champion.
Uh-huh.
You ain't even proven.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on.
But if I eat your entire ass as a pit bull,
Hold on.
Pause.
But
Pause.
I take this fight because you know what? I think you might be a worthy opponent. Not for one fight, not for two fights, because number one, I respect what I do, and I respect what you do because we do the same thing. We're fighters. You know what? I want to see him shine because you know what? I'm gonna call him out because he's not gonna get here doing what he do. So boom, I'm gonna pull you up here where I'm at because I respect you as a fighter.
But let me ask you a question.
Now,
When did we stop? Okay, so people throw rocks and hide their hands.
shit, who do that?
Nicki, Drake.
I mean, shit. Look, you know who the fuck the motherfucker was talking about. You know who the fuck they was talking about.
When did
Hold up,
we
hold
start
up.
respecting
Right.
that? When did we start respecting
I mean, say,
that? Do we respect that?
Look,
Do we
number
respect
one,
that?
that's the motherfucking rap game.
No,
period.
no,
Shit,
no,
me.
no,
I'm telling you, the only person that's the rap game. Let me ask you
That's
a
these
question.
new niggas in the rap game.
Shit, okay.
I wasn't raised like that.
Well, take it back, all the way back.
Take over. The break's over, youngin.
Nah, we can go even further back.
And he
Now,
still
let's
ain't
go
calling her
BDP, man.
Let's go.
Nah,
KRS-One.
look, I'm just saying,
right.
number one, we can go all the way back to Roxanne Shante because she called out
The
she
real
called back,
Roxanne.
Hold on, she called back the real
Roxanne,
Roxanne out. But what I'm
Roxanne.
saying, that ain't the game no more. Number one, it's left up
I'm
everything.
about to
left
say,
up,
he on the song. Ain't nobody rapping for pride.
ain't
no more.
nobody left up for pride no more. Because back in the day, it wasn't no money in it. So now, if I can goddamn say something about you and I can spark some beef, and I might still fuck with you. I might still be at the club.
I'm not respecting no
Hey,
sneak this.
hold up.
I'm not
I got the
respecting
game winner.
no sneak
I got the
dissing.
game winner here. I got the game winner here.
Let me hear it, Brad.
Nicki tried that. She said they ain't putting out no diss tracks. They putting out #1 hits. They putting out records, right? None of them records went.
They was flops.
But
I'm not respecting no sneak
She
dissing.
tried to get the bag out of a diss.
I'm not
None
respecting
of
no
them went.
sneak
But
dissing.
look, what you got to look at is bigger than the bag. Now, everybody looking at Remy. Everybody looking at Nicki. Now, motherfuckers looking back at Kim because Remy did the song with Kim. Now, guess what? The music comes back.
They got a
full
whole joint
circle.
compilation coming
Right,
through.
you feel me?
So wait,
it's
wait.
not
So
about
let's-
the
let's
bag.
take-
It's about bringing the essence back.
Let's take it one more step further.
Let's do
Who
it.
was the only female MC of note that wasn't on stage with Remy and Summer Jam?
Motherfucking MC Light.
No,
Oh,
Nicki. I'm
MC.
talking about current. And so the thing is, think about it. The culture spoke for itself, bruh. My thing is the
Number
bag.
one.
The bag is the bag. I'm here for the culture.
Look, it ain't
I'm here
about
for the
the
culture.
bag. It
I
ain't
thought
about
this was the
culture.
positive part of the podcast.
I mean, but it ain't about the bag. It ain't about the culture. But if I can infuse something, what a negative and a positive does what? They attract.
Yeah.
Two positive, what they do? They repel.
But if
So
you
have
add
to have a negative and a positive.
But if you
in
add
order
a positive
attract.
to a negative in math, which is a supreme law, you're gonna end up with a
cancel
negative a lot
out.
of time, depending on
But,
who
look,
you got.
but you still having a law of attraction. So now you attracting more listeners to your end and my end. That's what it boils down to, because it's not about who winning. It's not about who losing.
brings
It's
up a
about who
whole-
listening.
It's
It's
all-
about who
That brings
listening.
up another argument. How you
and
separate
my
the
thing
fan
is,
base.
I'm here for the culture.
That's what I'm
Here's my
saying.
thing. I'm here for
It's
the
about
culture.
who listening.
I'm gonna tell you what I'm here for. I'm here for the culture.
And look,
And so if the culture dictates,
right? No, them A&R, them Jewish people.
And I ain't gonna
dictate.
lie.
I'm not talking about the bag.
But
I'm talking about hip hop started out in the park.
It ain't about
Not
hip-
everybody trying to chart.
Man, look, man.
I'm
hip-
talking about the essence of hip hop. I'm not talking about
That
the
shit
bag.
been
I'm talking
dead.
about it. The culture is the no.
It's
It
been
just went
dead.
underground, bro.
It's been there.
You mean
I'll
to tell
take it
me
this way.
Wait,
I
wait,
mean,
if you
wait,
looking
wait,
at-
wait.
if
Let's
you
be
looking
honest.
at- no, if you looking at
Let's get to these
mainstream-
albums. Let's get to these albums.
If you looking at mainstream,
Let's get to these
if you
albums.
looking at mainstream, hip hop has been dead.
So let's get to these albums then, because you
Right.
mean to tell me.
Okay.
You mean to tell me that you can listen to No Dope on Sundays and Forever
I
is a
swear.
Mighty
That's
Long
the only thing I
Time.
listen to.
That
That's the only thing I
you
listen
can
to.
say hip hop is dead after hearing both of those in
No.
the past month.
I said when it come down to mainstream, I say hip hop.
That
is
ain't
dead.
mainstream enough.
Shit, look at me. Look, let me ask you a question. You got your Big Crit tickets?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
I'm
I
waiting for
got
the check.
mine. I got mine.
Look, man, you got more money than me.
No, I don't. Shit.
You got more money than me.
You
I ain't
work at
gonna
Bank of
lie.
America.
I gotta
Tell me
wait-
shit.
I gotta
No,
wait till I
don't
get
work
this
at Bank of
bonus.
America. Number one, that's why I don't. That's why I
That's
don't
not where I
listen.
work.
That's why I don't listen
Stop
to
telling me where I
mainstream
work.
hip hop. I don't listen to what they call mainstream
Hey,
hip
hey,
hop.
hey! Stop telling me where I work.
Man, nobody give a fuck about Wachovia.
Wachovia ain't been in company for 3 years,
Right.
people.
I mean,
but anyway,
but you see the deflection though.
I got
It's
you.
all about
I got
deflection.
you. All right, let's get to these albums though, because hey man, we got time.
We got a little bit of
We
time.
got a
left.
lot of time.
So let's talk about Joe Budden versus everybody right quick. Because
Man, fuck Joe.
Uncle
I
Joe.
love
Bitter, man.
I
Joe
like,
bitter.
I like Uncle Joe, man.
I feel like y'all.
Man.
I feel like you talking to me like I'm Joe Budden right now.
No, I mean I don't fuck with Joe since motherfucking Give Me 10 Minutes, the cigarette song of the first album. I dig Joe on that shit.
He's smoking his 100 back to
That
back.
100 back to back. Now boom, I was cool with Joe, but when Joe went to hating, I mean you can't hate on these young boys
I don't think
coming
Joe
up,
was
man.
hating.
He just speaking from his
Here's
perspective.
the thing. When I heard the Yachty interview,
Oh man, look,
I understood where he came
who
from.
listened to
with
the
the Yachty.
Yanni interview?
When I
I
listened,
caught pieces of
I
it.
watched the whole Yachty interview, and I understood where he was coming from.
Hi,
I think
mama.
I think his execution was terrible.
But he got to understand that Yachty, what, 19, 20?
Right.
Yeah.
And
Well-
at that age, money, that's all
like,
all that
he
matters.
see.
What's a 360 deal?
He see
Bruh.
everything that glitters is gold to him.
He in that
But the thing
honeymoon
is,
phase.
he has a father that's a famous photographer. You mean that dude couldn't tell him nothing?
No,
Shannon McCullum is his father.
no.
Famous photographer.
Because he don't know nothing about the rap game.
Actually, he does.
Okay. By shooting pictures?
He knows plenty of major artists that he shot for the past 20
Okay,
years.
he
in Atlanta.
shot those artists, but who paid him for shooting them artists?
Them artists, the
Those artists.
labels.
The labels. But now they
Which
cut
mean-
him a
which
check.
means- But that means he knows at least enough to tell his son a 360 deal may not be the best thing for you to do, buddy.
He probably don't even know what a 360 deal is.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying, he's a photographer. Let me ask you a question.
But see, and so now you see how I got frustrated Why would you sign a 360 deal and not know what a 360 deal is?
Number one, shit. The same way, shit. Jordan signed off the Nike.
But the thing, the same way TLC signed the Pebbles.
Shit, gonna get these.
But the thing is, the difference.
You gonna get these RAV4s.
Here's the difference, though. All the information is available to you.
But look,
it wasn't available back then.
It's right there on the phone.
Right.
It's right there. But
you got a whole ass computer in your pocket.
Shit, you can have a motherfucker ask. You can have a motherfucker ask you right now. Like, look, where you stay at? You can shoot them an address. Like how to get there. Well, they can just goddamn Google.
Well, yeah, some people.
It's all about. It's not about the information. It's not about the information being right there. It's about the people using the information.
I don't understand why you would sign a contract without looking at it, though, especially after generations of people and years of people getting jerked over. What did Tribe Called Quest say? Industry rule number 2080.
The record business.
People are shady.
But
Right.
it's them commas. When you ain't had shit, you seen them commas.
Yachty didn't get that many commas, bro.
And the boy, I mean, I don't know.
Now he making money now.
I don't know. But my point is this right here. You see
Especially
them
if their last album flop.
I mean, that's like, okay, look, for instance, if you get into a car accident, right? Now, you might can say, somebody can tell you, like, you need to consult with a lawyer. You be like, no, I'm going to go ahead and negotiate with the insurance company myself. The insurance company say, you know what? We're going to give you $150,000 for your injuries and everything else. I'm like, goddamn, $150,000, nigga, that's 6 motherfucking zeros. You going to give it to me right now? Shit, for real? You going to cut the motherfucking check. Now, on the back end, you probably could have consulted with a lawyer. They could have got you $500,000.
And see, that's why I'm going to talk to a lawyer first. I ain't leaving nothing on the table. I ain't turning down nothing but my collar, bro. That's just the reality.
But what I'm saying, when the motherfucker seeing zeros and they ain't had none, hey.
Here's the thing. Y'all don't come from no broke background, bro.
But it don't matter. Maybe you broke or not.
Eh.
Goddamn, daddy ain't get $150,000 for a photo shoot right there on the.
I don't know.
Nah, not on the grill.
Not on the 150 off top.
Hey, today we finna pay you $150,000 for real. That nigga be shooting for 6 months.
But these top tier photographers do make some bread though.
Not $150,000.
Not on the clip. So let's move on though. We talked about Joe Budden. Let's talk about Joe Budden versus the Migos. Where the Migos all stood up with their blouses on,
man, look,
and was ready to fight Joe Budden with their blouses on.
See, I mean, I'm finna support the young culture. They wasn't blouses; they was rayon shirts. Cause you remember back in the day, you wore a rayon shirt.
No, I didn't.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You had one. I seen it.
I guarantee.
And you had dreads. I seen it.
I did have
dreads.
Did not have a
They
rayon
shot
shirt.
where Prince shot.
Yo, but look. But Prince was the coldest motherfucker.
They got them outfits from Wet Seal.
But look, but when they
Forever 21.
But see, one thing about it, the Migos, they got up in unison.
The Migos.
Nah, they got up like a tired church choir.
And they was about to
one
tear some
stood
ass
up, the other one stood up, then he was like, well, shit, everybody else standing up.
And they was about to tear some ass up, though.
Migos went to rave and said we're gonna be.
I'm just mad that Academic was sitting there just tapping his mic like,
guys,
let's be real.
Like, Academic soft as fuck anyway.
Guys,
he soft as shit anyway.
Now, I listened to Joe Budden's podcast, and when he explained why that went like that, Joe Budden wasn't disrespecting them dudes. They was being told to wrap it up, and Academics, I've always had a problem with Academics being on Everyday Struggle because Academics is such a fanboy that he doesn't even ask questions.
Man, pussy.
He be up there in front of them like, hey guys, how are you? Oh my God, I love you so much. I wanna, can I rub your feet? Like,
no,
that's Academics.
Act a little
is that
soft,
guy.
man. He gotta stop pandering to artists,
Academics
yo.
is a fan. And so while they up there, the producers is telling them, hey, wrap it up. And Joe is like, and you know Joe is deadpan. Let's wrap it up. And so Migos like, well, let's wrap it up then.
Yeah.
And so Academics is still running his mouth, like, and Joe's like, man, fuck this. I don't want to talk to these niggas anyway. And he walks off. So my thing is, the nigga don't want to talk. He walks off. But I know Joe is emotional. Here's my thing. I think it was a failure to communicate.
Joe emotions.
No, I think it was a lack of communication.
That's what it was.
I think it was a failure to communicate. I don't think Migos saw the producers telling them to wrap it up. I don't think that they really knew Joe Budden's temperament.
Joe really ain't like an interview type of
Joe
guy.
is not he's not a journalist.
He's already antisocial.
Yeah,
he's not a journalist.
And then now that everything came out about Complex, he never wanted to do interviews anyway.
He's a decent.
I mean, he like Nas. He don't like to do fucking
interviews. He's a decent media personality.
Nas moves real silent, but he doing good.
Doing money.
He's a decent. Joe Budden's a decent media personality, but he's not a journalist.
But
and so my thing is, he got up and walked off because he was like, they said in the fucking interview, let's walk off.
Hold on. But my thing is, did we get to the album yet?
Not yet. We got.
How many minutes we got?
We got a couple more. Let's get.
we get on this question on the back end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait.
We can talk about Joe.
We missed.
Real hell.
So Okay, so shout out to Chance for winning Best New Artist at the Grammys.
Yeah, I give him that.
Future released 2 #1 albums 1 week apart this year.
Hard work.
2 #1s.
Hard work beat
2
talent.
#1s.
Future and
Hard work
Hendrix.
beat talent.
Future
A lot
and
of the
Hendrix.
time.
All the time.
Tupac is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame,
Facts.
which is amazing. Jay-Z is in the Songwriters Hall of Fame and got a shout out from Barack Obama for that accolade.
Right on.
Gotta give a shout out to Tupac, 2 Chainz for the Pink Trap House. Pretty girls love trap music. I gotta give a shout out to him. That was a genius marketing
that's a genius marketing employee.
That was
sir.
amazing.
Yes, sir.
That was absolutely amazing.
I feel like Chainz is underrated as a rapper and a person.
And also I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Reverend Marvin down in Atlanta for doing Trap Church out there.
Yeah,
and
we
giving
talked
back to
about
the community, man. That was a major move, man. I love that. You know, he ingratiated himself to the culture with that one, man. I love that. So Gucci Mane's wedding.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Man, that was a beautiful wedding.
Nah,
man.
Man, that shit was
I'm
BET
proud of
ratings,
Guwap.
man.
But you know what? At the
But
same
no,
time,
but he didn't even get married at that time. I mean,
But-
that shit was
but
great.
think about it.
Most people don't get married at the wedding. They get married before.
yeah, you got to have that marriage certificate, right? But think about it like this:
I'm just saying.
For
he
ratings.
he showed Black
We
America.
got the bag. What happened to like in the
We
bag?
on a different level in this room a little bit. We a little bit on a different level. So our outlook on marriage and family and all that might be a little sophisticated compared to our average fellow man, right? Hear me out. Gucci gets married on BET. He shows the world a different side of BET and his different side of success and blackness and everything else. Everybody been following Gucci's come up since he got out, right?
I mean,
the Gucci.
I'm here for it.
Well,
10,
Love and
17.
Hip Hop America has been following Gucci's come up.
Bessemer, Alabama, stand up.
Years, sir. And that's something that I think America needed to see. That there's more than baby mamas.
I don't know about all that. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna go that far.
We had a whole live black president that had a whole family with 2 black daughters.
And that's why I didn't want to go that
They
far.
seen that for 8 years.
True.
So we
I
don't
didn't-
look at Gucci and
I didn't want to.
Who get more play in the hood?
I'm not
Who get
going-
more play in the
wait,
hood?
wait.
Gucci don't get no play in my crib.
I'm not going
Oh,
that
the
far
hood.
with it.
I don't
I'm
know
not
if you-
going that far with it. But what I will say is that I'm proud of Gucci's evolution.
I mean, look,
I saluted the wedding. You know, I don't like the narrative that came.
But for the
behind
ratings.
it.
Yeah, you're right.
He got a
But
free
for the ratings.
Shit, I get a free wedding.
I do it too.
But have another
I
one.
would have got a free wedding, bro.
I mean,
gonna
certain
lie.
things should be hold in sanctity, man.
And I get that. And so
I ain't
maybe
finna play my marriage,
I feel like the
man.
private ceremony probably was.
Yeah, I ain't
But
finna
for the
play that's just me.
but for the bag, I probably would
bag?
get married in public. I probably would.
But they didn't even get married. They had a whole separate.
I would have a ceremony.
They
in
had a
public.
whole separate destination.
I would
date
have.
after-
Here's my
They
thing.
did
I
it
would,
for BET.
right. I would have a ceremony in public if they paying.
It was a TV show.
And they got the bag.
Reality.
I would do
Reality.
But how much was that bag?
I mean, it don't. So it's all about the bag now.
It would have been about the bag for that little ceremony, but knowing my marriage is intact.
I would have did
Just
everything
saying.
I needed to do at first. I would have did that first.
I get a free
And then
wedding.
after
and they
that,
paying
we
for
would
the
have
honeymoon?
negotiated a business move to set us up for the rest
I
of
get
our...
a free wedding and they paying for a ball of honeymoon.
No, this shit was for TV. The wedding date was a whole motherfucker. Look, this is in June.
I get what you're saying. But
So
it's a
basically,
lot of
you
people.
playing getting married.
It's a
you
lot.
playing house.
Wait. It's a lot of people that don't get married on their quote unquote wedding ceremony day.
What they do?
You have to. Sometimes you actually have to go sign
Justice
the
of the
marriage
peace.
certificate
Oh, so
at
you going to the
at the courthouse.
go
Oh,
to
you
the
go to the courthouse.
The
Then
marriage-
we gonna
And
look,
then there's some
we
people
gonna have
that do
a-
it
but look,
years
wait,
later.
wait,
They
wait.
can't afford it.
But that begs
But
another
why?
question.
Trick your
But
fans.
listen. That
Ain't
begs
you
another
keeping it
question.
real? Ain't you
At
keeping
what
it real?
point? At what point are you married? When you get that piece of paper from the government, or when you make those vows before God?
Number one, me personally,
Your
it's like this right
principles,
here.
man.
Whenever I know I'm doing it for what I want to do it for, I'm not doing it for TV. I'm not doing it for fans. I'm not doing it for a bag.
Are
I'm
you
not
doing it for
any
the
of this.
government?
I'm doing it for this
Okay,
woman.
then.
I'm
So-
doing it for this woman that I want to be with.
Right.
So now, I'm not doing it for a bag.
They both entertainers, bro. You can't
okay.
put that same principle
So
on
guess
some
what?
entertainers.
So they entertain. So
They entertain the people with the wedding,
So
and
they-
they had that
so they
ceremony
wedding
in
is
private.
entertainment.
That wedding ceremony was entertainment. Their marriage may not be.
No, man, fuck all that. Fuck all that. Number one,
I'm kind of with
never-
Natty, though. I'm kind of with
I
Natty.
hear
never-
what y'all
I never-
saying.
My
I never-
personal life,
Yo,
you couldn't
I-
pay me enough to put my personal life out there. And like,
never.
But you ain't a
Never.
celebrity either.
But number
Yeah, I
one,
couldn't get that bag.
I mean, but look, number one, you never know what his celebrity status
Yet.
may lay at. You
Yet.
feel what I'm saying? Motherfucker might take this podcast view and be like, look, I remember back in 2017, the recap of the Kind of Sleepy podcast, and goddamn Knowledge and goddamn Real and Natty, they was motherfucking arguing about motherfuckers getting married.
yeah, but they ain't offered me 7.2.
But-
So,
Hey. But
There's
my
a
point is
different
this,
category. I need to pay
but-
taxes.
I mean, but
For
certain things.
For
I mean,
7.2.
I mean, certain things to me, man. You know, it's just
You're right. Some certain things
Yo,
you can take an L on.
Yeah,
Gucci
people-
put out 17 albums last year. I think he alright.
come on, right? And a book.
And a book.
And a book.
But my
Yo,
thing
you don't
is-
need to be in my personal
You
business.
pay me
right here.
$7.2 million to marry the woman I'm already gonna marry.
But
I'm
no,
probably
I
gonna
mean,
be
no,
like,
to
okay.
show the world you gonna marry her, and you ain't even goddamn look. You ain't even married her yet.
I'm not Jay-Z. I don't have $400 million.
But
I'm
my
not,
point
and I'm not marrying
but
Beyonce,
what-
who got $500 million. It's me and Keisha, and we trying to keep these little millions, make some
Look,
more
maybe
money.
he was listening to Jay. He said, "What's better than 1 billionaire?"
Two.
Two.
But my
Especially when they're the
though,
same
man.
hue as you.
Yo,
Yeah.
but certain things. I mean,
I get it.
Nah,
I get
fuck
it,
that.
Natty. I get it.
You ain't
I'm
gonna
ju-
be. You
all
ain't
I'm
gonna be
ju-
in my motherfucking
All
bed,
I'm
bro.
saying is, we gonna go to the courthouse, get this marriage certificate. We gonna have our private ceremony, and then if somebody pays me $7.2 million,
We
to-
might
let's
have
do it
another
again.
one.
do it again.
To
Yeah.
act like you getting married again.
That's the fact.
I'll
Oh
give me
my
a, I'll
God,
give me a
that's
free
terrible.
tuxedo.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I am.
You gonna act like you getting married again?
I can buy some shame with
you
$7.2
gonna
million.
act like you getting married again.
I'm just saying.
I can buy some
the
shit.
$4,000
Fuck that.
ring got bought,
I
and when
don't
I get her
care
that
about none of that.
$16,000 Jared joint, she keeps talking about.
She don't care. Number one, you done turned her motherfucking. You done turned the day that she been looking for since she was a child, getting married to the man of her fucking life. You done turned this shit into a fucking fiasco.
How's it a
I'm not
fiasco?
about to be a part of it.
Look, we will have the real ceremony and everything privately. But this will be a household discussion. Hey, babe. You know how
We
that
gotta get to this bag.
You
Let's
know how
go.
that
You know what she gonna
conversation gonna go. Hey, babe. Hey,
Let's not
so
go-
BET said.
And she gonna be like, so where we sign the check at? Like,
You know
I
what
think
I'ma tell
she'd be
her?
okay with that.
Man, fuck that. I'm tearing the marriage license up. Cause number one,
Two
is
things.
one thing I'm gonna. It's two things I'm gonna do one time.
What?
It's two things that I'm gonna do one
I
time.
had to
die
hear
and
that
get
again.
married.
Lose my virginity and get married.
What about that?
Shit, nigga,
Hopefully.
I'm coming back, nigga. I'm everywhere. I'm on everybody's skin. Nigga, I'm tattooed everywhere. They be like, oh, I remember when Natty did this. I'm
Let's
like,
get to the last. Let's
You
get to
gonna
the
live
last two
forever.
stories.
forever.
The next to last story. On a scale of 1 to 10,
Oh shit.
what would you rate Thick Rihanna?
Thick Rihanna.
Thick Rihanna.
Shit. I mean, like 10 meaning goddamn stupendous and
1 being trash.
1 being trash. I mean,
I kind of want to say 7.2, but I think I owe it a little bit more.
I give a cool 9 though. Cause number one, she
I'm
ain't got no
giving-
stretch mark.
I'm giving Thick Rihanna a 12.
A 12.
I get her pregnant
Shit.
I'm
I'm gonna
just-
shoot the club up.
On purpose.
on purpose.
AR.
She can be like, you didn't pull out. I know.
I know. Yeah, look, bitch, you got it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
You gonna hey,
Did the
But-
condom break? I didn't put one on. Thick
Nah.
Rihanna.
Look,
Thick Rihanna.
you see
Look,
this fingernail?
I'm sorry. You know what? I gotta go home later.
Hey, but look, but
this-
nah.
Can we move on to Cardi B and how she had the most amazing 2017?
Yeah,
Man,
I think that's more productive.
Shout out to Cardi. Shout out
Cardi
to Cardi.
did her
I'm giving-
damn thing this
And
year.
look, and that shows the grind, man.
I still
The
get
grind. The grind.
And you know what? And she's still real and she's still humble.
I know.
But that being said, I still get
Never
Rihanna
change.
pregnant. Ooh, anyway.
You know what I mean? Shout out to the. Hey, look. Shout out to the grind. You know what I mean?
The
Hey,
hustle, man. I mean,
Shout out to the grind. Shout out to Thick
I might
Rihanna.
be in a little different space because I'm in New York and I hear like some different stuff sometimes. But yo, Cardi B,
And the thing is, people didn't even hear Red Bars.
nah.
I mean, she's got
Right.
she
She got
can
like-
jack and spit.
Yo, Cardi got like about 3-4 mixtapes out.
Excuse me, Barty
Word.
B. It's Barty B.
Barty.
Barty
Yeah,
B.
she got like.
Yeah, she
like
got
3-4
a couple joints
mixtapes.
even before the whole
Online
joint
mixtape.
came out.
So let's get to the next to last thing we're gonna talk about.
Alright.
What is your hip hop album of the year? You know, I said "Damn" by Kendrick, Crits, Forever Like My Long
I
Time.
know what mine
Up on
is. and Mine
Sundays,
just came up, man.
Layla's Wisdom by Rhapsody, 444 by Hove, God Box, David Banner, Scissors Control, T Grizzly, My Moment, Ross, Rather You Than Me, Migos, Culture, Drake, More Life, Vic Mensa's Autobiography, and Chris Brown's 5011 albums at once. What do you guys think?
I'm gonna get mine out the way real quick because I
What's
got one in
yours?
a possible, man. And my possible is controversy as shit. So,
If you tell me this Logic bullshit, I'm gonna throw something at you.
anyways, Sci-Hi.
Okay.
That's one of the few albums that every single day. I didn't listen to it when it first came out because I heard the hype. I had to let it marinate for about a month before I listened to it. I had to stop hearing the hype. I listened to that album start to finish. I listened to it twice on the way up here to Charlotte from Merck City.
Wow.
Twice. I rolled into the parking lot. Amen is still on my phone right now. The
Come on,
intro.
man.
I was about to go for a third time.
Come on.
I can listen to that joint all the way,
Come on, man. New
start
Africa.
to finish.
New
New
Africa.
Africa.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, no
Lyrically.
dope on Sunday.
Oh my God.
Moving.
Closer.
Closer.
Come on, man.
80s baby.
And then look,
I'm an 80s
and-
baby.
And by the way, if you say Crit, you know Sci High on tour with Crit. March,
Yes, sir.
March the 30th.
I know
Yes,
they
sir.
coming. I'm waiting to get my money.
And
I got
God
my
Box.
ticket.
I
God
didn't get
Box
my
is
money
another
right.
one.
$49.
You know,
But-
you know, I was out of work
and
for
the
a couple
thing
weeks,
about it,
man.
you know, because I fuck with your knowledge, and you done brought me into an arena that I dig.
I was out of work for a couple weeks, man. Let me get the bag.
I'm gonna
together.
show you what I got on my goddamn phone.
I don't want to see no Ticketmaster app.
I
pop
got
up.
2 motherfucking tickets, nigga. What you
Hey.
gonna do? What you
But-
gonna do? You gonna mildew, barbecue, you gonna dribble, you gonna shoot.
Hey!
What you gonna do?
Hey,
Merry Christmas.
but,
I love it.
hey,
love it.
I got
I'm
to
there.
throw my
Tickets.
possible out there.
What's your possible?
I'm still a Logic fan. Now, I will address the bullshit with the last album. I'm gonna say I've been listening to Logic since I was in college in 2006 and 8 and 10 and 12.
Real.
I spent a lot of time in college. I'm sorry. It took me a minute.
Shit, I did too. 5.5 years.
But I was with Logic
still
since
tired.
the whole Rat Pack thing, the
I
whole
got you.
Sinatra
But why
thing.
was it your album of the year? Your possible.
One, because when Logic puts out an album, since he's been major, his 3 albums, they tell a story. Now, the story, you might get lost in translation sometimes, but I feel the lyrics. I feel the story where it's going. I can open up and relate. I can let myself out my normal box and relate to what his struggle is. I get it. On this album, he was trying to be true to himself and finally say some shit that mattered to him. Him being a mixed kid, not being accepted as being black.
And it transcends.
It transcends.
Right,
It
I
just
dig.
don't transcend to me personally.
Right.
But
It's
I
good
can
music.
respect it.
Yeah.
And
Right.
when he did that joint with Chuck D, man,
that's heavy. That
the
was
Suicide song, I wasn't feeling that first. But he had an anxiety song. And I'll be damned if about 2 months after his album came out, I got hit with my first anxiety attack, and that shit hit home. I stood out my front door. This is a little personal. I stood outside my front door of my crib for 15 minutes because I couldn't open the door. I was just stuck. You know, you ever been scared to wait? Like you heard something in the crib and you grab your shit, your heart pounding.
Yeah.
That's real.
I felt like that for 15 minutes
That's
straight.
why I keep all
That's
my-
exhausting to
I keep
feel
all
like
my
that.
lights on at the crib.
Bruh, I got a green laser because I'm red biased.
Right.
That's
My little Smith & Wesson 380 bodyguard, trust me. But
that's
imagine feeling that feeling for 15 minutes
That's
straight
why I
and then
keep an
hearing a
ace in the
song that
bag for him.
relate to you. And, you know, that's why I fuck with Logic. He may not say everything right, but every once in a while he come around with something you need.
right.
But I mean, me personally,
So let me get your top album of the year.
man, I'm going with, straight up and down, man. I'm going with the damn album with Kendrick.
The hell is that? Is your phone talking?
Bro, you with the feds?
Not much.
Church.
Oh, you didn't. Are you playing?
Hey, man, we got people
Anyway.
playing the podcast
Yeah,
back
that-
already. We
that's
ain't even
crazy.
finished the
What are they
podcast and we booming.
Anyway,
Yes,
so he said the
sir.
Kendrick Damn album because the Damn album told a story backwards and forwards. I thought that was artistically amazing.
Oh,
Damn, don't get enough-
That's Jeezy playing. Let me cut this off before we get sued.
Yeah, we ain't got no publishing
I
for
know,
that.
right? I'm just
So
saying.
we
man,
just
I
gonna
ain't-
hum
I ain't
some
giving-
spirituals.
I ain't giving you no ass cap, no none of that.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
So
we good.
yeah, tell me. So I take it Jeezy's new album is not your top album of 2017.
I mean, no, it's good listening, but not
Yeah, it's
my
a good
top
listen, but
album.
it's not my top album.
Yeah, man, but I'm gonna go with Damn though.
Okay.
I'm going with Damn. I mean, with Sci-Hi, you know what I mean? Close.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all mine. I'm gonna give y'all my top 3.
I don't want to hear the shit. No, I'm just.
I'm gonna give y'all my top 3. My first one, my number 1 album of the year, is Forever Is a Mighty Long Time, and I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
why.
big
Let me
Crit.
explain why.
Okay.
I
It's
dig.
because I relate to Crit a lot more than any of the other albums that really.
I think that
dropped.
was the most complete piece of work this year. It had. A
I
little bit
think
of
it's the most
everything on it.
complete Southern hip hop album we've had.
I wouldn't even
probably
put it in Southern. I think that was the most
And-
complete
and,
album.
here, and
period.
here's why I say that. I don't consider Sci-Hi's album strictly Southern hip hop.
Nah, it was too many bars.
I feel
man.
like it's transcended
That was
it's
too many
transcended
bars,
country
man.
rap tunes,
Right, that's what
and
I'm
gone
saying.
into the overall lexicon. I think it's a complete album, but I
big
feel
word.
like Crit set out to make the perfect Southern hip hop album, and he almost got it. The only thing that would have made it perfect probably would have been if Pimp C was still alive. That's
Boy,
it.
that's the
And
only
now
thing
he had a
that
sample. He had a sample from
He
Yeah,
did.
but he had
Pimp C.
CeeLo come in. He had CeeLo Green
Yes,
come in.
He had
and-
CeeLo come back rapping. And so the thing is that's why I'm a Southern hip hop fan, lover, aficionado. It's my be all end all as far as hip hop is concerned. So that's why I put it number 1. Number 2, I had a tie, and that tie was between No Dope on Sundays and Layla's Wisdom by Rhapsody. Now,
Speak on it.
I know you're looking at it crazy because I got Rhapsody in there.
I go to bed.
Rhapsody, that young lady out of North Carolina,
I dig it. I mean,
had heavier bars than 95% of rappers, period. You can't even
give me your favorite bar.
my favorite?
Yeah.
Out of the whole album.
One. You gave me this one pick. You say, what's your number one album? I gave you my number one album.
He
You
just
picking
asking
three.
for a bar.
You picking three. So give me one bar out your top three.
I got a bar of the year.
Oh, he got to go to the
Let
phone.
me go to
But
the
while he going to the phone,
He got to go to the phone.
while he going to the phone, I got a bar of
I
the
don't
year.
really remember songs like
I
that.
just want to say rest in heavenly peace to Prodigy. Because I break bread,
Hey.
ribs, $100 bills. Hey, we peeling all types of
And look,
four wheels.
And sometimes I test myself, see if I still got it.
Hey.
Come
Nah,
on,
Prodigy, man, that came out of nowhere.
Yo.
And that brother was so instrumental to hip hop and to like me growing up.
Word, man.
Like, I mean, I'm a late 80s baby, man. I was born in 88, but you know, coming up, Hot 97, Kiss 98, growing up on that, when I heard Quiet Storm for the first time,
Man,
when I heard Shook Ones for the first
I mean,
time.
Shook Ones, man. Yo.
Bruh.
I mean, not to tell my age, when Shook Ones came out, shit, I was
fighting in the sandbox.
I was
bro.
17.
Shit.
You feel what I'm saying?
I was fighting in the sandbox, bro, when
So-
that came out.
And one thing about, you know what I mean, with the death of Prodigy, I mean, that hit so hard with me is because, I mean, due to the sickle cell illness.
Yeah.
And my son, I mean, I got a 12-year-old son, I mean, who suffered from sickle cell. But he's doing his thing. I mean, he's on Broadway with the Lion King, you know what I mean, up there in New
Dope.
York. Yeah.
Nice.
Dope.
He's on Broadway, you know what I mean, doing his thing. It's Young Simba. Shout out to Ramon Reed.
Yes,
Ramona
sir.
Amir Reed.
Shout out.
Shout out to his moms, Rosalind Pollard, you know what I mean? Boom, for being an awesome mom. And, you know, and when Prodigy died, you know, and it kind of like I say, man, my whole childhood and my whole wild style at that time, I'm
Yeah.
talking, I had a 72 deuce and a quarter, all white.
Ho.
I ain't have nothing but highs in it.
You had
so,
a tank.
yeah,
tweeting.
all white. So, you know, when Shook Ones came on, it was like, yeah, you already know.
Yo, quick story. A lot of people don't understand where that beat, you know where that part of the beat came from?
Where?
In the projects, turning the stove
Oh,
on
wow.
with the gas.
Okay.
Oh, when you hit the button.
That's where
Let me
that
give you the
came
bar.
from.
Let me give you the bar that I was
Uh-oh.
thinking about.
Dig.
Let me give you the bar I was thinking
Let me
about.
hear it.
I wanted to get to the full thing because I didn't want to mess it up.
Yeah, can't do it.
It says, sky's the limit. See, I told you. You're going to be the difference between McDonald's, Burger King, and Whole Foods. Do your thing and slip through them. They ain't going to have no clue. You won't need no toll booths. They'll pay attention. Hove do. They'll ask you for advice. Tell them the same thing I told you. Should be a crime to be this fly and awesome and to think love is all it cost them. Feel like Jordan. It's the ball that Pippen tossed him. I'm the underdog and gold is what flossing.
Oh shit! I mean, she
Okay.
look, she on the
She got-
team.
she got major
I dig it.
wordplay.
Yes,
I
sir.
dig it.
She got major
right, yeah,
wordplay.
okay.
She
Yeah.
got major wordplay.
That was nice.
I mean,
My-
Erica Badu do too.
Nah, this is
I'm
not
just
my
fucking with you.
I was
Now,
about to say,
number three had to be 444.
honey.
Yeah. Of
And the
course.
reason I put 444 at number 3 is because people gave 444 a lot of hype. They said this is the most vulnerable they've ever seen, Jay. And at one point I agreed, but then I started thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute.
He grown.
The Hov been saying this stuff. He was like, slaves the mentality I carry with me to this very day. Fuck rich, let's get wealthy. Who else gonna feed we? That was way before
Way before
44.
that. Yeah.
And
Cass
then
wasn't
he-
listening.
And the thing is, he said, you dudes treat the one that you love in the same way that they treat the one
When
that you
you love.
fucking. That ain't about nothing. He been saying this stuff for a long time, but he just finally
Yo.
related to his own life.
I don't
He
know
got
if y'all
screwed
saw
now.
the 444 tour. I caught it in Brooklyn. And when Jay did 444, the
That beat.
whole Barclays Center
That beat.
felt his pain.
That beat.
Like
just-
his whole demeanor changed when he did that, especially in Brooklyn. Like all the hype cut out. That nigga was
beat.
hugging the mic.
That beat
like-
so nasty. The moment you hear it,
He was hurt on that stage. Like
I mean,
that was
it's
vulnerable.
vulnerable.
that nigga almost pulled a. He almost pulled a
Eric
Benet.
Benet.
never ever go Eric Benet.
Did you hear Eric Benet clap back though?
This was funny.
He was like, "Nah, I'm
But
straight."
if Thick Rihanna ever gave me a chance, I would never ever go Eric Benet.
Man, stop.
Anyway, so let's go and wrap this up, man. Let's tell me what you're leaving in 2017. Tell me what you're taking in 2018.
All right, man. 2017 was a big year for me, man. I ain't gonna spill on my personal business, but a lot of great shit happened to me, and that shit fell on his face mad quick. And I learned how to rebuild as a man. Cut that pride shit out in 2018, man. You gotta learn how to stand on your own, take care of your family, take care of your loved ones, and don't be afraid to take advice, man. That was my hardest thing growing up. I didn't have a father, I didn't have a mother properly. And I had to learn a lot of shit on my own. And growing up, you know, being a young 20-something-year-old, now I'm hitting on 30. I figured everything out on my own.
Right.
Nah, I've been getting in these books lately. I've been getting back into my rituals and everything from my side of things, and learning that I still got a lot more to learn. So don't be afraid to take advice. You know, learn your 4 agreements plus that 5th agreement. You know, be skeptical, but listen.
Got you.
That's the biggest thing I can leave y'all for 2018.
Natty, what you learned in 2017? What you leaving?
I mean, when I'm gonna leave in 2017, I ain't taking the 2018. I'm gonna stop listening to these women talking about what a real man is.
God damn it, Natty.
No, fuck that.
He on to something. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Fuck that.
Let him talk.
Cause like every time you turn around, they telling you what a real man's supposed to do. Real man open the door. Real man walk on the right side of the street just in case a car jumped the curb. He hit him first.
I do
he
that.
Open the door. I mean, of course we do.
I try, but some women just like to be on the outside.
Hold on, guys. Wait.
See, the point is this right here. You got all these women that can tell you what a real man's supposed to do, and they can't even cook goddamn gravy from scratch. I'm sick of this shit. I'm leaving all y'all non-gravy, can't motherfucker.
Nattyism 1732.
I'm leaving all y'all non-gravy from scratch cooking, not knowing what a woman's supposed to do, but can tell a man what he's supposed to do, but want to be treated equal until the check come. Ass women in 2017.
Equal lefts and rights.
For real, man. I'm leaving.
I tell you, 2017 was probably it was honestly a microcosm, so to speak, of my last 7 years of life. When I got back from Afghanistan, literally on January 1st, 2017, I was sleeping on somebody's couch.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? I was out of work for a couple weeks, more than a month. You know, at some point this year, you know, and I struggled. Like I struggled hard. But the thing is, you know, everything that I thought I lost, I needed to lose, and I restored. And what 2017 taught me is that I need to pay better attention to the lessons I learned. I need to take heed to those lessons and really just pay attention to who I am, what I can be, and where I'm going, and stop getting sidetracked by people who mean me no good.
Hey,
Because it's a lot of people that I like. This time last year, there were people who I cared about, thought were my friends, thought were my people, who didn't mean me no good, and I had to leave them behind. Leave them behind. But the thing is, after I left them behind, and it's still people that I ended up leaving behind all the way up until to this very day, that I was leaving behind all year. And I'm not one of those people that say I'm cutting you off for the new year. No, I'm
cutting you off.
I'm cutting you off because I have to fly.
Right.
And you cannot fly with dead weight. And if it's one thing that I can tell anybody that's listening to this podcast, if you got some dead weight, let it go. You cannot fly with dead weight. I had a drill sergeant tell me that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. But the thing is, you cannot go far if you're carrying that person that you're going together with.
No.
You can't go anywhere. So the thing is, I would rather go fast and go alone than go far really, really slow and carrying somebody who's ungrateful and doesn't appreciate you.
Facts.
And so just know that if you listen to this podcast, we appreciate you.
Hey.
We love you. We care about you.
Oh,
to my boys, to the team, to the Constantly team, man, thank y'all so much for helping this dream come true. And we still got way more to do. I mean, this next year is so major. Y'all gonna see a lot of different glimpses of stuff. And we'll catch y'all next week in 2018, man. Love y'all.
You already know.
Kind of sleepy.
Sleepy.